Live streaming is on.
And we are live. Welcome everybody to another episode of You Know What? Let me just say podcast. I am your host Ray. With me as always, we have Fada.
Yep.
We got D Wolf.
Greetings.
Last but not least, we got the lovely Crystal. I don't know. I don't think she's near. How's everybody doing though?
I got cheesecake, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm good. Excellent, actually.
Oh man, it's been a real crazy week. I could tell you that if it wasn't one thing, it was another.
And then it was another, and then it was another on top of that other one.
Yeah. So, before we start with I want to start with some do you cares. So the first do you care is, do you care that Amber Rose lost her boyfriend to 76-year-old Cher?
Amber Rose.
Yes.
She's irrelevant.
I'm sorry.
I laughed too. Thank you. I fucking laughed.
You let a 76-year-old take your man. I mean, it is Cher though. I can't. It is Cher.
I'm not gonna throw it. You know, I'm pretty sure she is an iconic woman. Don't give me that.
Icons of the day.
Okay, but Angela Bassett, I'd have understood. Cher, I don't know. I'm kind of laughing at you.
Nah, it is funny though. It is very funny because she's in her 70s, and not only that, she's in her mid 70s. Good lord, you still pulling?
Yo, that's a flex. I don't care what anybody says.
That is a flex. You can't say nothing about Cher. You can't say shit. That's funny though. I'm sorry. That was funny.
It's like Elson. I said I was like, I gotta give homegirl an L for that, man, because she was like the most sought after woman at one point in the shit. She was kind of the reason that women start wearing short hair and all that stuff, in my opinion. But now look at you. You getting your man took by Cher. So
Amber Rose is a beautiful woman, like no doubt, but sometimes that's not enough. What she got that she don't?
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. The other news. Do you care that Drake may or may not have said a little sub shot at Megan Thee Stallion that got her pissed the fuck off and shit?
So
Serena Williams.
Yeah,
Serena Williams
so-
was the obvious one, but the Megan one. Go ahead, Father.
Yeah, so all I'm gonna say about that one is, if Meg really feels some type of way, and I love me my Meg the Stallion, that's my beloved daughter, but if she really felt some type of way, she will put that shit in a song. She dissed the fuck out of Drake. If it was me, if I was in that situation, I'm going to Houston. I'm going to the fucking slums. I'm gonna get my environment right so I can write the most disrespectful diss track and then send that and then leak that shit on fucking a World Star. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. So, all right. Let's get on with the show. We're gonna start with what you actually requested, Father, which is that the most beautiful woman in the world is Bella Hadid, according to science.
Oh,
So I'm gonna ask you, how do you feel about Bella Hadid being the most beautiful woman in the world according to science?
now I have no issues with Bella Hadid. I have no issue with them saying that she's the most beautiful woman. I just think that shit is cap, nigga. Let me tell you, I have more beautiful women on my fucking Twitter timeline that would eat Bella Hadid alive in terms of looks. I mean, yeah, this is just my personal opinion, and yeah, all of the women I'm mentioning are black, but I'm biased. I'm biased when it comes to my women because, yo, let me ask you a question, Ray. Like, you see five beautiful women, all of different races. You see a white beautiful woman, you see an Asian beautiful woman, you see a Hispanic beautiful woman, you see a what's another race? Did I say Asian?
No, you didn't say Asian.
Yeah. There's an Asian beautiful woman, and then there's a black beautiful woman. Now, I just want you to imagine those five races and think of the most beautiful woman you've ever seen. Which one are you picking?
I'm biased as well, so you know me. I go with black.
You're black, right? Yo,
It's
and
really
I'm
easy.
pretty yeah, yo, it's so easy because like when you see a beautiful woman from another race, you be like, oh shit, she's beautiful as fuck. Yeah, but like when you see a black beautiful woman, it's like at a tier that you've never seen before. It's like they just eat everybody up, and it's unfair. And like where I really noticed it was like the fucking Miss Universe pageants, like them shits that they used to show on like NBC and shit, bro. You have all these beautiful ass women, and then you look at the Africans and the Islanders. Oh my good God in heaven! I still never forget the Miss Jamaica that one year. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my God! I think her
Oh
name
yeah,
was
she was
Davina
bad.
Bennett. Oh my God, nigga, I fell in love. That was love at first sight. I ain't believe love at first sight until I saw her at the fucking Miss Universe pageant. That when I tell you, I thought she was like the most beautiful woman on earth. And prior to that point, I thought it was Keisha Cole. And then, I love my Ryan Destiny. I'm about to go on a whole tangent on black women. Let me stop. But I'm just saying the
We've done
fact
it
that,
before.
yeah, but like, it's just the fact that they said like scientists named Bella Hadid the most beautiful woman in the world. And I'm like, bro, first of all, them scientists, like, how can we trust their opinion if we can assume that they probably never really touched a woman of her caliber in their lifetime? And then second of all, who the fuck decided to make like because there's a standard of beauty that you have to factor in all this, and we live in America, so the standard of beauty is going to be biased towards a certain type of phenotype, towards a certain type of look. Yet those same type of women who's copying who?
Mm.
You feeling what I'm
Speaking
saying?
of yo,
Yeah,
hundred
yeah,
percent.
who's copying who? Let's look. I mean, look, the receipts is right there. Whenever
Because
black women do something, everybody motherfucking follow, like it's Doctor, like it's Simon Says.
yeah, because
Black
speaking
women want
of
to. Go ahead, Dewo.
yeah, it's to add to your point. Speaking of the standard for us, usually when you're given a list of other women, we always say, "Oh, she has a black woman's this, that, and the other." If they have a certain proportion, because we always use our women as the standard. So you're 100%.
Bruh, every single time. I'm telling you, if you having a body contest, the South Africans are taking it every time. I'm telling you, they taking it every single motherfucking time. That shit is natural. Ain't no BBLs or none of that.
Right?
That shit came from God. God said, these are my chosen people, and the women are gonna fucking reflect that. And
Yeah.
not only that, you also have to look into the geography. You know what I'm saying? Africa is literally in the heart of the earth. Our women are built different by genetic code. They are
Amen.
built different. So
Amen.
when you have these different types of people that look at that type of beauty, that look at that type of aesthetic, they're going to try to capitalize off that. You feeling what I'm saying? And if they feel like they can't capitalize on it enough, they'll put in another representative in order to showcase a type of standard that they want to see projected onto the media or projected onto the society. That's why I think it's bullshit why they say, oh, scientists say that Bella Hadid is the most beautiful woman on earth. And I'm like, bro, all these fucking beautiful ass women that we got over here and y'all pick her. And again, I'm not trying to shit on her. I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm upset that they chose her. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I'm just saying it's very interesting how, like, when it comes to beauty, black women are always overlooked. They always overlooking black women, yet they're the most copied, they're the most envied, they're the most disrespected. And of course, most of all, they are the most sought after and desired. But nobody fucking wants to admit it. So, shout out, like, I gotta uplift on my black women out there. And you know what? Shout out to all the people that also agreed that Bella Hadid is the most beautiful because I can't wait till she come out wearing braids, and then I'm gonna look at you and be like, well, would you look at that? Who's influencing who?
So it's funny you mentioned that because I actually looked it up, and according to his research, is actually what's her name? Jodie Comer. Jodie Comer is first. Second is Zendaya. Third is Bella Hadid, and then you have Beyonce, and then following that, I believe you have Ariana Grande, then Taylor Swift,
I'm sorry.
and then Jordan Dunn. I think that's her name. Is Jordan
Wait,
Dunn?
who's the first one again?
Ariana Grande.
No,
Oh,
the first name you said.
Jodie Comer.
Who the fuck is that?
You ever seen Killing Eve? You ever seen Killing Eve?
No.
Huh?
Okay, from that Ryan Reynolds movie. I see her.
Yeah.
Which Ryan Reynolds movie?
The one where he's a
Killing
program
Eve. Killing Eve.
Free Guy. There we go. She was a programmer in Free Guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then after that is Kim K,
Yeah.
Bollywood star Deepika, and then the what's her name? Ho Young from Squid Game. The chick from Squid Game. The main Asian giant from
Wait, you
Squid Game.
said Deepika?
Yeah,
I know who that is. She is beautiful as fuck.
yeah. So that's basically the list right there.
But I know Indian women that are finer than her. But like, bro, I mean, I'm not trying to turn this into a competition, even though my language is suggesting it. I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, this type of stuff is weird. There's no such thing as most beautiful woman in the world. Women are beautiful, period. You're just gonna have some that are more beautiful than others, and then you are gonna have some that can showcase their beauty better than others. That's what I feel like it is. You just can't say, "Oh my God, look at this European woman," and then say she's the most beautiful woman on earth. Like, shut the fuck up. All these fucking bro, I could go to a village in Thailand and pick two women that would eat all of them bitches alive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but at the same time, you can only really capture beauty when you have the resources to put it out there. That's all I'm saying.
Dion, Dion, I just showed the picture of Jodie Comer in the chat. That's what she looks like.
She alright.
I expect that. I expect nothing less from Dion.
She
Go
alright.
ahead. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Dion.
white
But
woman.
can I say something real quick? To play off of what Father was saying a moment ago, can I also add that beauty comes in different forms, not just physical? Because a motherfucking physical beauty can easily be overshadowed by an ugly ass spirit. So
That's why they ask questions at the at the pageants. That's why they ask questions. Yeah.
So is this a pageant thing, or is this
No,
like just
no,
in general scientists got together and
it's one guy, and it's all based on science.
science of what? The black seed or the fantasy of having the black seed?
Hold on. Because it's like a percentage, so I just fucking had it. Yeah. It's all based on percentages. Like Jodie Comer is like golden. It's based on face shape, eyebrow, nose width slash length,
Weird.
length, forehead, eye position, nose base, lip width, chin, and then like it all averages up to like a golden ratio.
So this golden ratio, was it? Look, you know I gotta ask these dumbass questions because I find this to be really fucking ridiculous. So who's choosing the eyebrow shape of what the golden measurements are? Is it the same
Weirdos.
people? Is it the same people that said that we we come from apes?
I don't know, but the dude, I would say this: the dude is a plastic surgeon, and for what it was saying, accurate to the Greek golden ratio of beauty phi, which measures in physical perfection. So I'm just here to try to give you answers to make it good. But go ahead.
So the person that we're measuring, they've had no plastic surgery whatsoever. They were born that way.
No, I guess not. Oh.
So I just think if it's a list, no one should have had a BBL. If we are going by the golden ratio rule, the golden ratio
It's
did
just
not
the
have
face though. It's just the face though, Crystal. Just the face, not no BBLs or nothing. Just the face. Just the face.
Is that
right.
general? Is that general or just specifically women?
Specifically women. I haven't seen that on men, so I don't.
All right. Well, I always say it's invalid if they weren't born that way. If they've had any touch ups on their face at all, it doesn't make sense to put something that was orchestrated by a knife into a list that should be naturally created, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, that's cool.
No,
Yo,
yeah, but like again, I just think it's fucking weird because like when you were listing all that shit, well, you know, eyebrow shape and the shape of her forehead and the way her nose is centered in the face and you know her eyelashes and her bottom lip. Like, bro, like what the fuck does that got to do with anything? Is she cute or not? Is she beautiful or not? If she's beautiful, yay, congratulations, you can have any man you want. But if she's not beautiful, first of all, who the fuck are you to tell her she's not beautiful? You know what I'm saying? Like
True.
you're creating competition where there doesn't need to be. They're all beautiful. Yay. I'd rather be surrounded by 10 beautiful women instead of the most beautiful woman on earth.
I will say this. Even though it's like two or three black women on that top 10 list, it does seem biased towards more or less white features. I'm not from what it looks like, or more European features. But then again, it is Greek, so Greek is in Europe, so I guess that would say something. But that oh,
their
I'm
standard.
just yeah. That's basically. I guess that's where it's going. There. I don't know. Anybody else got something to say?
Their standards are invalid. I just wanted to put that out there. I'm a little bit I think that every woman has a shape to them that is structured for the man that finds them beautiful. The fact that we even have a measurement, I know no Negro or no man is measuring a woman's face when he's on top of her. So let's move on. Like, no, let's not do this to ourselves. You're not measuring her face at the table. You're not measuring her face when you're in her. Let's stop it.
Depending on what position you in, you can't see your face no way.
Dion, shut the
Yo.
And yep, you got that.
She stop. I just want you to know she stopped you before you finished. She knew.
She ain't stopped nothing. I said what I wanted to say.
And I'm not surprised. Shout out to all the women with big foreheads, by the way. Y'all beautiful.
No, I love them. Love them. There's blessings in that forehead.
All right.
That's God's
Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
Women, you're beautiful. Don't let these fucking undesirables sit there making a list telling you who's more beautiful than the next one. Because I promise you, they probably never orgasm in their life. Sitting there talking fucking comparing bad bitches. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, he just said that, and y'all were talking about me.
Theory. I have a theory. I think that these scientists or anyone who is dumb enough to put out the statistics about how structured the face is through Greek golden ratio and all that shit, I think that they are measuring the computer they watch porno off of and hope and pray that they can relate it to a human being who is it's no such thing as perfect. You're not, if you are symmetrically perfectly aligned, that's so fucking weird. We are not perfect in any way. We have off shapes to us in every way, shape, and form. So I think what's happening to these scientists is that they jerk off to so much porno that they just measure the screen and try to put it on a woman because they honestly cannot get a real one.
So their standards are porn stars. That's what
Correct.
they're using.
Everyone is choosing violence tonight. I love it.
Not everyone yet.
Right, so here we are. It's aggressive season.
Wait.
I like that. I like that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay. On to our next topic. I wanted to get this out the way just so we can get to other stuff. It's funny. As soon as last week I got done with the podcast, that's where everything starts going away. That's why I hate doing podcasts on Mondays. But our rapper from the Migos, Takeoff, is died in let's just say a friendly fire shooting was happening at a dice game, and like hip hop mourned, and then hip hop as usual people try to figure out what happened. There was blame placed. A lot of people blamed Quavo. A lot of people had different stories of what's happening to it, and a lot of people made hip hop music in general, more or less gangster rap, the scapegoat of everything. So, I come to the panel. What do y'all think about the situation that conspired through all of this?
That's a damn shame.
Shoot, I'm not even sure where to really start. I mean, first off, may he rest in peace. It's fucked up because you this man lost his life because of a situation that really had nothing to do with him. If you saw the video, and that just makes this whole thing a million times worse.
I want to say that this one hit me hard. This one actually hit me hard because Takeoff only like 2 months older than me. So it especially hit me hard, just how sudden it was. He wasn't even in the altercation. He literally got caught by a straight bullet. He wasn't even involved in anything they were doing. He was on the side chilling. And it scared the fuck out of me because that's usually what I do when I'm out in, settings like that. I'm in the cut chilling. You know what I'm saying? And he died as a result of being in that environment. So I don't think Quavo's at fault. I think it's unfair to say that Quavo is at fault here. But what I will say is that we need to watch who we are sharing spaces with. We need to watch who exactly is instigating what, And another thing, we really, really, really need to take account how situations can escalate just suddenly. You know what I'm saying? Because life is short and we can go out at any fucking time. There's no fucking warning. Like Takeoff woke up that day, he didn't know that was gonna be his last day on Earth. You feeling what I'm saying? This man just released an album with his family with Quavo, and then on top of that, you know, we were finding out that he probably had some issues with Offset and shit like that. Now we'd never truly know because he's taken from this earth. And then, bro, it's not just him, bro. PNB Rock, like all the people we done lost. Like, bro, something sinister is going on out here. And we really need to have these conversations about exactly what the fuck is going on in our society.
I agree.
Anybody else want to go? Oh, Shining Wolf just into the chat. What up, Shining Wolf?
Yo,
I got something, but I'm gonna let Shannon Wolf talk first since he just jumped in.
I know you go ahead.
All right, something I've been saying for some time now because situations similar to this have been happening a lot over the past few years. People really need to, once you once you achieve like a certain status or whatever, you start making, more money doing whatever you're doing, whatever. You gotta reevaluate the people in your circle at some point.
I was thinking that, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna say it or not.
You know, no, it needs to be said because how often have we heard the term "it be your own people"? Intentional or not, that's what happened here. It be your own people. Yeah. You can't be, this rich, famous, whether you're, whatever type of musician, rapper, singer, you a pro athlete or whatever, because we've seen situations where even they're around the wrong crowd, the wrong sort of people, and they get caught up in something or they get hurt. What's that one player's name that he got shot in the leg sometime before the season started? And damn, I forgot his freaking name.
Was he a football player?
Yeah,
Plaxico Burress?
yeah.
Damn.
Fucking yeah. He almost didn't get the play because of that. And on top of that, that could have been much worse than just a leg injury. But my point is this: there comes a point where you know you just straight up got to leave the hood behind.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever gets mad about it, that's on them. You hear all the time how people talk about um somebody, I guess, forgetting where they came from and shit like that. But you ever stop to think like these people are stepping away from this place and the people within it for a reason? You know, you know, certain individuals live a certain lifestyle, do certain things. You gotta distance yourself from that. There's so much you can lose just being in the presence of the wrong fucking people. Well, yeah, that's it.
Anybody else got something to say about it?
Yeah, I do. Honestly, I'm tired of all these rappers dying because they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, or they're with the wrong type of people at the wrong location. Like, to me, for a Takeoff to be shot in a situation like a drive-by shooting, no, it's not that case, but it's as if, because it's a similar situation. Um, I'm honestly like, it hurt me when I first heard the news, but now I'm just numb. I'm numb to it. Because my thing is, with all the money that you have and all the investments that you can make, the last place that you should ever be is in a situation or in a crowd of people that's supposedly your friends that thinks it's cool to pull out a fucking gun because they're angry and they cannot resolve issues like an adult, you know?
Mhm.
So I'm to the point where I was upset at first, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, like, did you attract this shit to you? Because if I had the amount of money that Takeoff did, I wouldn't even be associating myself with the same people that thinks it's okay that the first thing that they're gonna do is pull out a gun like they're in high school and they have to prove a point and they weren't taught how to vocalize their emotions. You know what I mean? And big time celebrities, I see this happen to them all the fucking time. Big time rappers is what I should say. It's so fucking sad. You have all this money, but you're still living as if you're in the hood. You're still keeping it real. Like, that's the last place he should have been, in my opinion. I'm just numb to it all. Like, rest in peace, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, with all that money, you should have moved a little bit smarter. We lost a real one, but at the same time, I think he was just keeping it a little too fucking real.
Keeping it real goes wrong.
I'm gonna need you. I'm done. I'm out.
When I hear things like he wasn't intended target, I'm like, my mind went to like, okay, so they don't know how to use it. They none of the, a lot of the times they don't know how to use a gun. They just go straight to praying and spraying. You know, none of them are even well versed in using a gun because at least the assailant could hit who they wanted to hit, and we wouldn't lose somebody that didn't have to die. You know, I mean, I'm not condoning that at all, but I'm saying at least, you know, looking at the bright side of a situation that could have been. A lot of them just go and they just have the gun, they get it illegally, they haven't, just want to pray and spray, just point and shoot, thinking that's all it takes, thinking they, you know, they're the main man, they're the big man, and because they got a gun and shit like that, that's all they got. They have no skill or anything, and they put in so many lives in danger, especially bystanders, because it could have easily been someone else in the crowd. You know, it's a lot of the time I just feel like they live in a fantasy, yo, and they feel like they could just do this instead of handle it like the way Crystal said. How do you go from battling with we used to dance off and shit back in the 80s to like shooting a motherfucker, yo. Damn. At least
I
like
just told
today
her
you could do
domino game.
you know, the battle rap and shit. Fuck something. Go on the boxing ring, you know, squash the beef some way without somebody having to lose their fucking life. Uh
You know what's funny? Because I was on that same type of tip, D Wolf, because a lot of people, like I said, they was trying to blame gangster rap and it's the music is why these people are violent and all that. I said it didn't. First off, it didn't even have to. There shouldn't have even been a gun uh, being drawn in that vicinity in the first place. And if anything, it wasn't like gangster rap was the reason why Takeoff died. It was gun safety, and that was my opinion on it because at least one of the stories was like it was friendly fire. And when you hear friendly fire, it means like you hit the wrong man, which is how the fuck you don't hit your target, the intended target you're supposed to hit. Because like everyone said, Takeoff wasn't even there. He was just in the cut somewhere, like to himself, like he always is. It's just the fact that someone like that got hit, and then he wasn't even involved in it. That is fucking sad. So what I understand because I do understand like music can be somewhat hypnotizing, but I do
Somewhat.
and hear me out.
Very. Mhm.
Hear me out when I said I do feel like at least majority of, and I'm probably giving too much leeway, but I feel like a majority of us at least know the difference between right and wrong, or at least know like some of the shit that they're saying is not really real, and like some of the shit you shouldn't be doing in the fucking first place. Like I feel like we at least have that attitude. Like I've listened to gangster rap my whole life. I ain't never wanted to go up to anybody and shoot a nigga, or I never wanted to serve a brick, or because I knew that shit wasn't me. It's like I like hearing some of the gangster rap stories. Hell, some of my favorite rappers are gangster rappers, but that didn't mean like I was going to be up there like spraying and praying, just like uh most of the shit you hear, and half of the shit this shit is exaggerated. That's why they are metaphors and double entendres and some shit. Most of the shit is just rap skills. Then I know it goes to a bigger problem. How we probably gonna be talking about this later. How sometimes the industry make money off of these these kids that come out the street, and most of they know is street life. And this is how they usually handle their beef and shit. Now they're in the public eye, really can't move like you usually can in the streets. But I figure you at least know, because even like some of the more veterans, like hip hop artists, like Jay Z, Jeezy, Gucci Man. Like none of like you see some of them niggas. Them niggas is at their mansions. They're living their best life. They're married. They're happy. They're not in the streets no more. Some I know Boozy still acting fool, but Boozy, you see Boozy in his house sometimes. You don't see Boozy like trying to be like most of these people. They don't live their life and they just mature and shit. So I don't know. I just I get tired of hearing hip hop music as a scapegoat every time some shit like this happens, and I feel like there's a bigger problem that no one is addressing, like the mental state of some of these kids, and why do they have to like live the life they live or do the things they do? It feels like hip hop just being the scapegoat, and like there's a bigger problem that no one ever wants to address. But
Yeah, I would say the
go
bigger
ahead.
problem, I can't, because I agree, you can't just lay it all on just hip hop, because you could say the same thing. You could make the same argument for like video games and movies. So you can't just lay it all on hip hop. Yes, there's an influence there, right? But what I would think, my opinion is that it's values that's missing, and it's also mental health. Without those things, this is the result, because all you have is the influences. Because, like you said, plenty of us, we all listen to gangster rap. We watch like the most violent fucking movies. We play the most violent fucking games. We ain't going out in the real world and doing it because we have values and we have a certain amount of mental health to know, okay, that's not a good thing to do. I know right from wrong. I'm not doing that, you know? So I feel like it's that is what's missing, and that's the true cause. Because without that, anything can influence you.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, I think it's levels to this shit, and I always say it's levels to this shit. They just like to pinpoint the the level that everyone likes to stand on and jump on because people understand the hatred for one ethnicity. Now, I'm bringing race into it because it seems to me that people like to blame hip hop, but they tend to forget who's running the fucking industry. Okay? It could be stopped at any time.
Choo-choo.
It could be stopped at any time, but yeah,
Choo-choo.
let's talk about the surface and not the deep rooted issue here. Yes, the face of hip hop are black people majority of the time, but who are truly the ownership of their music that they produce? They could stop it at any fucking time. And I refuse to say the word because I don't
Juicy
want it to get,
fruit.
you know,
Juicy fruit.
no, it's kind of ridiculous because if
And
you
white
really
people.
look deep into the issue here, it's the mothers that raise their sons to be easily influenced by hip hop, to think that by looking on BET, which is, we're not even going to talk about that channel, whatever. But looking at the YouTube
Boondocks.
videos and stuff and guys shooting guns and stuff, that their son mindset is so fucking weak that they actually believe that that's actually a lifestyle that can carry them into a millionaire status or a billionaire status. You know what I mean? Without dying at some point, really living that lifestyle. A majority of the time, the people that are in hip hop are rappers talking about gunning and slaying and stuff like that. They're getting their nails manicured. They're somewhere in Maui. But we're not going to talk about that because we don't see that part. We only see the part of, oh, I'm in the hood. But when you turn around, when we used to watch Cribs, they was in Beverly Hills. Brooklyn where? When was the last time when was the last time you
You
saw
say it like
Jay-Z
that.
around Flatbush? You know? And to
Well,
be
there was
honest,
that Redman episode.
he's the only
He is the
I
only
don't
one.
know any other rapper that took his money, got out the fucking hood, and is building businesses except for Jay-Z. I know it's other rappers, but the main one, and Jay-Z has yet for some idiot to come at him like they did with what's his name, Takeoff and other rappers that are now being known. Now Takeoff been known, but you know what I mean, like the outcoming ones, the ones that get shot within 6 months of being in the rap game and getting popular. Like, what's really happening? You want to blame hip hop so everyone can get away from the root of the issue and find a solution. The solution is have your kids, if they are into hip hop, listen to conscious rap and bring forth something that they have ownership over, because a lot of people forget that when you're owned by someone, whether it be rap or rock or whatever the fucking case is, their job is to keep you as a slave. Don't ever think that you are signed to a label and they're just going to let you go all willy-nilly and have ownership. No. You know, it's a lot of rappers that fight for their rights, fight for their royalties. They literally have to fight. And when they get in their 50s, 60s, or 40s, or whenever they retire, I think it's around 35 to 40, they have barely any ownership over anything.
Shit, Prince and Michael Jackson, and they're not even
Yes.
rappers, but yeah, Prince and Michael Jackson was both one of those.
Oh my gosh.
Chris
They
literally
have
wrote
a
slave
whole
on his face.
documentary on the fuckery level with those two. But those two men were very smart. Very smart men.
Yeah,
But think about the people that does not have the kind of money that Michael Jackson or Prince does to buy back their records. All you have to do is track it back to the Cadillac records, and you'll know everything you need to know on how they keep people slaves in the industry. And they are the face when anything goes wrong. But the people running the show are not the people singing the songs.
Yo,
definitely not.
Crystal, you just reminded me when it comes to who's running the show. Oh, there's a viral video going around with that producer who was a guest on the Breakfast Club, I guess, and they're
Leo
asking.
Cohen.
And that's
Leo Cohen.
okay, yeah. And I was as soon as you said that, that's the first thing I thought of. That's the
Yeah,
first thing I
these
thought of,
these
yo.
these people. I mean, I like the fact that, you know, guys from the hood say I made it. I can buy my mom a mansion, but do you really know how to keep that mansion through generations and generations? No, you don't know the first thing. The minute someone shoots your ass, your mom loses that mansion. And the people that signed that you signed to get a label, they take that shit back. It was all for fucking show because you don't know how to obtain and keep it within your family. You easily lose it. You think throwing money at anything that you want is it. No, it's a game. It's levels to this shit. So when you running around with Tyrone and talking about I'm keeping it fucking real, the whole time you are putting everything that you put or you risk your life for, literally, in jeopardy to be taken away because you really think that you're holding power, but you're not. If you could be easily influenced to think that by running with Tyrone and keeping it real, that you're really not going to be 6 feet under the fucking ground. Like, they're jealous in some way, shape, or form. Don't ever think if they're not with you or helping you or aiding you, it's smart for them to pull out. They're the first ones to pull out a gun. because they feel powerful. They feel like they can't be touched because they're hanging with you. And they're putting everything you worked hard for in jeopardy. What kind of friend is that? Get it to fucking together. Like I said, I was at first hurt, but then I'm like, yo, I'm just seeing a fucking pattern. How does this stop? But we're gonna go around, oh, it's hip hop. Okay, so what the fucking solution is? Then when you delve deeper, you'll see it wasn't hip hop. It's the people that run the industry. How do we stop that? How do we get moms to teach their sons that this is all fake? The real money is not even in the industry, it's running other people.
I also want to say this, and I would say we need to take a little bit of accountability of ourselves because sometimes I know me growing up, I was listen to a variety of music, not just gangster rap. I love gangster rap. I also listen to R&B. I also listen to like things like Earth, Wind, and Fire. Even like when I got older, I listened to a little rock and roll. I like Linkin Park in middle school. So and our mothers, they had songs. It was about love, and 70s was a thing. 70s was big on love, and then you got the 80s R&B where you talk about loving a girl, and you know I feel like we gotta take a little bit of accountability on ourselves because it's just like
The culture, you mean?
yeah, I mean, even with the culture, like we used to talk about love, like hip hop was like fun, and even with gangster rap, there was lessons in gangster rap, especially some of the
Yeah.
older ones, like gangster rap,
Yeah.
like Mom Playing Tricks
Ice-T
on Me by Ghetto
was
Boys. There's a story behind that of him being paranoid. Like you could literally paint a picture with that. Now, like some of the songs today is they're either very, very, very depressing, or dudes is all hop up on drugs and stuff, and it's just like you like that's the product of the environment. And I always said this: if you wanna see change in the music, you kind of like have to change the environment because I feel like if hip hop started in the suburbs, you'll hear more like suburban shit. This is like one of the reasons why like a lot of people relate to gangster rap because that's what they see out there. If you gonna see niggas get in a drive by, you see 4 or 5 niggas getting shot. What do you think he's gonna rap about? 4 or 5 niggas getting shot. It's like, yo, I done been through
Yeah.
that. Like
You have a strong point there, sir.
I'm just that's just me. I feel like it's just like
That's correct. That's it.
I feel like now the industry, yes, they do some of all this stuff, but even then, like growing up in the '90s, as we was, there was balance. Like you had your gangster rap, but you also had your conscious shit. Where there was NWA, there was Common. Even like during the 2000s, where you have your trap music and your crunk music, but you also had a lot of conscious music too, like Talib Kweli and Most Def and all that other stuff, and Erica Badu. A lot of black empowerment shit. Like even like I know you got your J. Cole's, your Kendricks. That's a little bit conscious. Drake, he raps about a little variety of things, but even he has some ratchet shit that he rap about. But I feel like there's not as much of a balance as it now as it was back then, or what it was growing up. Because I could tell you like 3 gangster songs, but I could tell you like 3 conscious songs that was also running the airwaves. So I would like to see more of that. Anybody else got something to say?
Yeah, the last thing I have to say for anyone that is looking for conscious rap, because now I don't even, I don't know what rappers we have today. I can't even call them rappers, so I'm gonna just move on. But um, yeah, conscious rappers. If anyone's listening, the main rapper you want to probably listen to start off with conscious rap is rappers like, well, Common, and
most
my
definitely.
main top one is Lupe Fiasco. Check him out
Oh, that's my favorite rapper.
ASAP.
That's
I
my
went to
favorite.
his concert, the best concert I've ever been to. So yeah.
I still bump Tetsuo and you from time to time.
Yeah, he got a lot of music.
But so the one thing that I also want to point out is mentality. It's about the type of mentality people have when they're put in certain situations. And that's what really pains me about Takeoff's like death. Like he died because he was under circumstances that wasn't in his control because people, you know, that shit got escalated and they decided that someone was going to lose their life that night. So I think mentality is something that we really gotta look at when it comes to shit like this because why would you endanger the life of others in a room for a game of dice? You feel what I'm saying? If you
Power.
play a competitive ass game
Especially
of
if they're
dice,
like your big money getters.
yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Like if it's supposed to be a game about dice and you losing a whole bunch of money and shit, you
Mhm.
knew the risk going into the shit. Why the fuck does somebody gotta lose their life in order because you know you done lost some money or you know there was a situation where you couldn't talk like men and fucking sort this shit out so you can continue on with your night. Now somebody done lost their child, somebody lost their
Right,
family member as a result.
right. Because, Bada, and you obviously know this, but people who say, okay, let me invest in myself, the minute it goes sideways and they're not used to making good investments, they get angry. Nah, player, you invested in yourself, right? And it's okay if you lose. But they don't know how to handle that. Like you said, it's a mentality thing. Sometimes we go into to business deals that we're like, okay, I got this. Then we lose all our fucking money. But instead of, you know, recouping what you have left, people get angry and want to shoot up everything. That's not the mentality of an adult. That's a mentality of a little ass boy that wants to solve everything with a fucking gun. And it's annoying.
I also agree with that. Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
Mm.
R.I.P. All right, R.I.P. to Takeoff. And now, speaking of juice,
God.
It's juicy fruit.
juicy
Juicy fruit.
juicy fruit. It's my
I
We
bad.
ain't
just
trying. We
I
ain't
just
trying
say
to get.
small hats.
We ain't trying to get canceled out here.
Over here, the
Well, let's just put it this way: the only group of white people you are not allowed to critique.
yeah, and you know who's learned a big lesson about that? Kyrie Irving. So, and for those who don't know, Kyrie Irving, I guess he tweeted this documentary or a link to a documentary. It was called Hebrews to Negroes, if I'm correct. That's what it's called, right? Hebrews to Negroes. And the juicy fruit people got all up in arms and basically said the documentary was anti-Semitic and like had to force Kyrie to apologize. Not only that, he has to do an array of things around there, which is like donate $500,000 to anti-Semitism and talk to some rabbis and tell Joe to like give a essay to Josiah about what he learned, get some racial and anti-Semitism. What's it called? The what's the word I'm looking for? He basically got to tell people that what he learned. In short,
It must be nice. It
Shoot.
must be nice. It must be nice owning most of the world and the businesses and shit.
yeah,
Because
and
I'm sure if that wasn't the case, he wouldn't say it. He wouldn't say a motherfucking thing.
right, and this doesn't divide a lot of people, especially like I don't see people call like people like Shaq and Charles Barkley puppets, and a
Mm.
lot of people, Umar done called a lot of the people, black people in the media, cowards because they're
They
not
are
standing
cowards.
up.
They scared. they
I,
they
I
are
have a, I
scared.
have a, I have a
They're
different.
scared and probably rightfully so if they want to still have a career. Shit.
I have a different opinion about that, but I'm gonna just let me put it out there. How do whoever wants to go first? How do y'all feel about everything that's going on with this?
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
The only thing that I'm going to say about this entire situation, because it's been all in my timeline Everybody and their mama's talking about Kyrie Irving. We need to stand up for Kyrie Irving. The only thing that I'm gonna say is this: you see what's happening. This is reality. We're sitting here. We saw what happened. People are upset about it. So now, what's next? What are you going to do? Because I'm going to sit back and observe and just watch. Because this has been something that has been like discussed, this entire thing about Black people and the history behind everything. But all I'm saying is history is where we're at a point now where we're a product of history. There's a conversation happening. So now what's next? What are we going to do? That's my only thing.
I'm surprised people ain't scared to have the conversation.
Yo.
Well,
man.
that's why we're here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, but we broke as hell, so we can have the conversation. It ain't a lot gonna happen to us.
Yeah, but even us broke people, I feel like we have some ideas. I don't know. D-Wolf, I know you got a lot to say about this stuff.
No, not ideas. I'm just saying, like, we ain't gonna get canceled for saying anything.
Oh,
well, as long as
I haven't told you the last time we talked about the juicy fruit people, my shit got age restricted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Probably something I said.
Why did you get age restricted?
Oh, they already demonetized me for speaking on shit, so I already know.
Do not say Voldemort.
Small hats.
Wait, what?
I just have to make it safe, yo. I have to say small hats so people can know.
Right, but by telling us to not say that, you just said it. So,
yo, I wanted to see. Like, I didn't want to see when this first started. I didn't even want to see that movie because I was like, I already know about that shit because I already done researched it. And then, like, after everything that went down, I'm like, okay, what did that movie have to make them go up in arms like that? Because the most I've seen, like if we're speaking of the same group here that they're alluding to, like the Hebrew Israelites and shit, I can concur that, yeah, when you see them on the streets, yo, there's some ruthless motherfuckers, yo. Don't let one of those small hats walk by them because they'll start ripping them apart. I seen a video where one of them started crying. So I get that part. So now I'm interested in, like, what was in that movie for that to happen?
Yeah, those Hebrew Israelites got some nice gauntlets, though.
Yeah.
Those gauntlets are fire.
Out from fucking, yo.
Wow.
Look like they from Mortal Kombat and shit.
Straight up. Yo.
Leviticus.
But what's funny is they're after him, like somebody brought this up, like they're after Kyrie for just sharing a link, right? He didn't even speak on it. He just shared a link and just said, "Oh, it's like what, an interesting movie or whatever." So it's on Amazon, right? They didn't go after anyone. They didn't go after. Notice the NBA went after the guy that shared it, but not Amazon. And then if you start looking into that, they're currently in the middle of a deal. The NBA are in the middle of a deal with Amazon, and they're trying to get in their good graces. So they ain't gonna say shit about that movie being on Amazon at all. So right there and then, you already know that Kyrie's the fall guy at this point. You know, he's a crazy flat earther, right? So it's easy pickings.
They pushed that man off a cliff.
Yo, he's easy pickings, yo. Straight up.
They gave that man a Spartan kick off the damn.
Yeah.
Talking about fall guy.
And when it comes,
God.
And when it comes to the whole puppet thing between Shaq and Barkley, shit. All right, well, Shaq, I already know who he's with because he already showed that ring off in front of everybody. So we know who he answers to. The same people that Ye was talking about, he answers to. So he's gonna say his shit. So when he started talking, I expected it straight up. But when Charles Barkley started talking, I was like, nah. Then when he said, what did he say? He said they should have suspended him. I'm like, yo, wait. You're gonna dictate what someone else does. You're gonna speak for someone else's religion right now and not defend your boy. What? That's whose side you take right away. Why don't you just give your opinion on it and leave it there? You're gonna tell people that he should be suspended, one of your own. Why is it so? My thing is, why is it so easy for I understand all
Right.
skin folk or kinfolk,
People.
right? Because that's but I'm like, yo, why is it so easy for you to say to bitch and take the side of someone else, but not protect your man's free speech right now, yo? Is you just all of y'all just said he's an incredible player. Stop right there. Point, yo, put a period right there. Don't say nothing else. All right,
People will
because it's
throw you
funny
under
how
Or
the
do what
bus
Kenny
if
Smith
I did,
did.
though.
Kenny
yeah,
Smith, Kenny Smith just like said a bunch of word salad that meant nothing.
I'm like, yo,
Y'all,
'cause
for real, he
didn't
danced
Kaepernick,
around
Wow.
that question. But go
yo,
ahead.
didn't Kaepernick say something similar about about football being like
It's
akin
like
to
a
slave owners and shit like that? And everybody was like, yes, yes, yes. Kyrie sent a fucking link, and these guys are going insane. I'm like, yo, that is oh my god. It's just I don't know, man. I don't know. And it's funny how like LeBron, he's another one. He's quick to defend China, right? Quick to
It's
defend China.
money,
The
man.
shit they went to, the reason why people were complaining about China and shit like that. And you know, and the NBA has a friendly relationship with China, so he can't say shit.
Nah,
Yo.
there was one particular episode that it dropped on a lot.
It did.
Hmm.
It definitely did. But go ahead, D Wolf.
Yeah, man. I'm like, yeah, because like Kaepernick didn't say anything any different from this, and he got different treatment. You know, he got bigger deals and shit, right? And you could easily say the Jews owe this and this and the other when it comes to him. He said no names, just share the link, and we're after this guy. I like how he handled himself during those press conferences, though, because he was digging in, but then he ended up apologizing. I'm like, oh man, don't make me famous because I'm not apologizing for shit I say. I'm dug in with when I say something, yo. I'm just gonna say, yo, you could hold any. I am not ashamed of what I have, so you can hold whatever you want over me because I know that's what they got against these people to eventually make them have to apologize. I'm like, no, I own it. I'm not ashamed. We're all human. Moving on. I know what I said. Yeah, and like I always say, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. I'm not backing down on something I say. I'm holding true to it. And as a black man, this shit fucking matters. Why am I gonna apologize, yo? All of these other people can say what the ever the fuck they want about anything, and we have to stop. You got our own people going after us. That's the worst part. God damn, yo. I don't know why, yo. Don't apologize. I hate when these people apologize. Don't do it.
Their livelihood, man. They don't want to
I will
start their
take that.
own
Yeah,
businesses.
I'll bite that bullet. I'll be
Okay.
an entrepreneur in some way or form, yo. There's no,
Mhm.
yo, I'm gonna figure out a fucking way. I'm gonna figure out a fucking way. I'm gonna be
They're
strategic
not
with
trying to
it,
die on that hill, man.
you know.
But yeah, real
They ain't
quick,
trying-
very, very quickly, I think this is an issue of free speech as well because
Oh, yeah.
like he's allowed to share a link. He's allowed to share whatever information that he comes across, and if it aligns with something that he believes in, then he's gonna share it. Right? That's what we do with everything. All the fucking bullshit that I see on the fucking internet, and this is what gets him in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I've seen so
Can I
much
add something? Can I
motherfucking
add
worse
something
than
real
something
quick?
like that. Yeah.
Don't forget those progressives when you say talk about free speech and they say, well, there's consequences for free speech, you know.
I mean,
And
yeah.
there you go right there.
Obviously there is going to be
Obviously.
Yeah, there's going to be consequences because people are going to say wild shit. You understand what I'm saying? Obviously, we do have laws and we do have certain types of policies to try to check that type of behavior, but at the same time,
like defamation of character and stuff like that.
yeah, but at the same time, it's about intent at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying? They're making it seem like this brother was sharing a link to disparage somebody. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like,
arms, no calls for violence. Yo, I'm a free speech absolutist, yo. If you're not threatening somebody or trying to like legit go after somebody, say what you want. Say what you want. You are allowed, yo. This is what this and that's the thing. This is what this country promised us, yo. And look what we're doing. Stop. And we're the ones. I don't know if this is in that movie he shared, but we're the ones whose backs is built on. Who built the shit?
You know,
But we have to go against the shit we built. Stop, yo. Who's doing shit?
Yeah, let me
I
just
find it.
remind, just for the people in the back, Black people did build America. It is literally in history. It is literally a fact.
So if anyone
Right.
should
Give
get a
up.
pass
It's
for what
obvious.
we fucking say is us. If anyone in this fucking country should get a pass for what we say.
You know
We
what's
do.
funny?
We do, generally speaking. It's
Oh,
just that one brand of juicy fruit, you know,
Ah,
you just can't say nothing about.
I
oh,
wish I
Because funny thing is I didn't know that anti-Semitic mean that you couldn't criticize in any
wish I
way.
could agree with that, but it's like when you really look at it though,
Hell, will you
it's
give
only
them a
when
compliment?
it's only when
They
you're
don't
aligned
like
with a
that.
certain side. If you start repeating a certain side, we're leading left here. If it aligns with that, yo, you have free reign.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. You're right.
Because look what happens to Black conservatives if they say something tame, they're done.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? I don't have to agree with everything, but it don't matter, son. Let him
Yeah,
talk. Let her talk, yo.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah, it got to be aligned with the left. Yeah, you're right.
you know what's irritating my fucking soul at this point? When we look at Central Park, you know the water section of Central Park. They're not going up in arms about the fact that Black people are buried under that lake. But they're going so hard over somebody posting. Can we talk about all the rivers and lakes that was built over Black owned land? And the tombstones that are still there, that's part of our history and our ancestors. Why are people so up in arms about a word or what someone posts when physically there's land as we speak with Black people buried underneath it, and Central Park is one of them. Black Wall Street is one of them. Lake Lanier is one of them. Like, that's what's pissing me the fuck off. And if we're going to talk about history and being anti-Semitic and all of this shit, can we start with the history that's being taught to our children in school and how wrong it is and how misinformation it is? Can we talk about that? Because we're quick to knock someone off for putting facts on Facebook, but we are not the same when it comes to the school system. So this is all a fucking game, and I love games. I am really good at fucking games. So game on. And that's not a threat. It's a fucking promise.
Why is people donating money to anti-Semitic blah 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 blah?
Because they don't
Are they
know the
still getting
definition.
they still getting gas chambered or some shit? I don't, what's happening?
Wow.
What's happening?
Straight up,
Why is
what's the ADL
Wow.
they called? Anti-Defamation League, all of them. Oh,
I think this is this year's Stop Asian Hate. I think that's basically what this is this year's Stop Asian Hate. Even though there was shit you know what? Let me not. I want to say this at least. What was the quote? What was the thing about Malcolm X and celebrities? Why are we looking at Why are we looking at them as, you know, to be activists for the hood?
Yeah, they shouldn't be the spokesperson. Yeah, they shouldn't. We shouldn't look to entertainers as spokespeople for Black people.
Yep.
It should be our scholars. It should be people that are actually active in the political field. It should be our revolutionaries. It should be, it should be like people like Khalid Muhammad, them type of people that should be speaking up for our people instead of like an entertainer.
Okay, thank you.
Like Steve Harvey or some shit.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask the panel: do y'all believe in that?
I believe what he said. Yeah, I think it makes sense.
Why
Celebrities are compromised?
Because I do feel like a lot of people believe in that, but every time when you see someone either not say anything or, you know, they're not really with it, it seems like people get mad when the celebrities aren't with it, and then they'll like bring that up. But
I will argue, Raymond, that a lot of people aren't even aware of Malcolm X's speeches.
No, just a movie.
No, because I've heard that. No, because I've heard that. You may be right. You may be right, but I've heard that speech at least 3 or at least 5 times in my lifetime.
Yo,
I'm pretty sure. Like
But
anybody else.
you watch a lot of like conscious and political things, though. I don't think the average person, and if they are, they watching it based around very specific things that they're interested in,
They
back
could have at
as
least
far
seen
as
the Malcolm X movie.
politics.
They could at least seen the Malcolm X movie because I know that quote is in that Malcolm X movie that Spike Lee did. And Malcolm X like was really popular in the 90s when that movie came out.
yo,
Go ahead, Diwa.
back in 2017, I had posted like a compilation of speeches from Malcolm X, and guess what? YouTube did. That was the first video that ever got dinged, yo. I was like, what? This is out there.
It was, it was funny because they asked Malcolm X if he was anti-Semitic, and he basically gave the same type of talk that Crystal did like 2 weeks ago when they was like breaking down the word anti-Semitic. It's just like, which is really funny. It's like I can't be anti-Semitic because I'm black, which is fun. But back to the thing, it seems like okay. I know a lot of people was just like disappointed, but I expect that from Shaq and Charles Barkley, and LeBron staying out of it. I kind of expect that too because they're global brands. They're not just for black, even though they're black, they're not for black people no more. They're kind of global brands. Like Shaq is a global brand. Charles Barkley, even though he's quote unquote not a role model, he's kind of like he's on a station where he's a global brand, and a lot of people like watch him for being funny. They don't really go to Charles Barkley for political shit. So when he says something, it's just like you just take it as a grain of salt and move on. But why do I? My thing is why are people getting mad when they have these type of standpoints instead of going to people like Umar, your Khalil Muhammad's, your people
They
that
hold
are
them on
your what's his name, Rizza Islam, the people like that.
They hold them on a pedestal. That's all. They can't help it. They grew up with these figures, and they want to see them say the same thing that they're saying.
Yeah, but not everybody,
right or wrong.
But not everybody is going to agree because I feel like, and this is just me, and y'all can call me out on this, or I feel like black people is the only people that on this planet, like we have to be politically all this fucking time. We can't just like go to work and then go home and just try to live a regular life. I feel like when shit goes down, it's just like if we don't care about it, it's just like we get our black card revoked about it. It's just like, what if like a lot of them just don't care? It's just like you should, or most people like, you know what? If you're in this, especially if you're an entertainer first, I don't look at Kyrie as an activist. He's an entertainer first because you do play basketball. You get paid to play basketball. So why are you expecting like an entertainer to do some activist shit? And then like ASAP Rocky at one point where he was, he had his own opinions. A lot of people was mad about it until he got locked up in Sweden. And then all of a sudden, I don't expect it from these people, but I do because these are not the people I shouldn't follow for like political views. Like Killer Mike is the only one because Killer Mike is knowledgeable and he's shown he's knowledgeable. But I'm not following T.I. When he was talking about boycott Gucci, he was Gucci. Like he didn't even like give you black designers to like fucking wear. He was just like, go follow, just boycott Gucci. And Soulja Boy was just like, I'm not wearing Gucci anymore. I'm wearing Fendi. I was like, you going from one white man to another white man. So instead of just like going to the white man, why don't you just go to the other black designers, maybe high fashion designers? Promote them.
I think it's because they're the ones, because it's politics that fucked us up in the first place. So we're drawn to that. We in particular, we're drawn to that. We're drawn to either fight it or join it in some way or the other, because that's how we got fucked up in the first. There's always some policy or law that was geared towards bringing us down in some way or form. And we're there looking for a way to be like, yo, we need some control over this shit. But during that journey, we're getting confused of whose side to take and what we should be doing. I think that's what it is. It's always because politics is a whole reason for this fuckery. Nobody in the ground level is thinking this way, doing this way. But when you have certain policies and see how the police force treats us and work your way up, to like corporate because there's a policy for this and this and the other. Everything is politics, affirmative action, that's politics. Everything we that has to do with us is politics. So I think that's why we're just drawn to it. It's the only way we can solve this, unless you want to catch hands. So
Can I?
The black skin is
Sorry,
political
Crystal.
in itself.
Okay, so before y'all, I do have this question: is there another way we can fight this? Because me personally, I want our black people to get our money and to be able to say what we want to say without consequences. But it seems like we only have one idea, and it's not really working out for us. It's like, is there any other way we could, do this? Or
He's conspiring against the juicy fruit.
Well,
the last person that conspired against the juicy fruit.
I do have a solution.
He had a weird mustache.
Hold on, Shadow.
Stop it.
Hold on, Shadow. Go ahead, Crystal.
Really quickly, I do have a theory and a solution to that, but I will automatically become an extremist, and this is why. We know that from beginning, every time Black History Month comes in, we don't learn really about Malcolm X and his quotes. We learn about Martin Luther King. But again, in the history books, they've knocked out a big portion where he was supposedly anti-Semitic in his speeches. But they took that portion of the speech out. And if you go to the library, you can get an encyclopedia and match all the, you do your own research, you'll see that it's a lot of stuff that was reorchestrated. So it takes 21 days for people to either gain a habit or lose a habit. If you're teaching your child in school systems, not you specifically, but teachers are teaching this particular speech, and they don't teach Malcolm X, they call him an extremist and all this shit. The only way that we can solidify our kids in investing in themselves is by teaching them that there was people before them that did it the correct way and was not a rapper to get where they needed to go. You get what I'm saying? So if you have someone who's investing in themselves and know where they came from, they don't have to hang on to and idolize people, if that makes sense, to feel like they are being represented by a celebrity that doesn't know, anything about political stance, rights, and so on. Malcolm X taught rights. He taught how to stand up for yourself. He taught about gun rights the right way, not go out in the streets and shoot somebody because they lost a game of dice. You know what I mean? He had organization skills. He was dangerous to America because he was organized and he knew his rights. And he always went in his community to teach his own people the right way to do things and how to gain on wealth and knowledge about banks, and more importantly, knowledge of the rights that we were given in this country. So the only solution is by building a school system that is geared towards the Black cultural history, the right history, and the right religion, if there is, once you do the research, and go from there. Because I'm sure that the religion that we're really supposed to follow is of descendants of Hebrews, but that's on a different category altogether. But that's the only solution, because right now our children are lost. And like in slavery days, they took the child away from the mom and the dad so that they can feel like they have no substance within themselves. If the child knew where they came from and how their ancestors fought to make sure their history is not changed, think about how hard they would fight. Look at how little boys fight and little girls fight over a block that they don't even own. So what do you think about a Black child or a Black woman or man that knows where they came from and know how to invest in himself? A lot of people don't even know how to invest in themselves. They'll take the money that they worked really hard and buy Jordans. That's not an investment. That's a slave trade of your own. You're selling yourself at that point. But knowing that you can have a solution to a problem, that is the most powerful man on earth. to know that he can come up with a solution on how to fix looking up and idolizing people that have less information than him or her.
What you just said is what I usually say about our entertainment. It needs to be black from the ground up. That should apply for everything we do. Then we can say anything we want. If we have to answer to somebody, it will be our own people. At least there will be no agenda behind it. It will be of our own people, organically, naturally. We know how to police ourselves, We don't need to worry about no other race or what they think or what they can give, or can you give us this platform to say that, or be worried about see what's happening. We see what's happening. That won't happen, yo. It won't happen. Not amongst ourselves, because we'd be happy to see each other go there, because other people are telling us how to feel. Other people have. In my last video, I said, "Yo, we're fucking MK Ultra." I admit, I am, and was MK Ultra. All of us were, and we just have to break that shit.
All I know is that this game is played under a religion umbrella. Once you have a particular religion, you cannot be touched, and you will never be called anti-Semitic. So create a religion, whatever religion you fucking want, and hide everything under that religion. That's it. And build schools off of that religion. And that religion is called what? Freedom. That's all I have to say.
I also want to say this, and I feel like celebrities should start doing this more. Anytime someone calls you anti-Semitic, or what you say is anti-Semitic, challenge them. It seems like no one is okay. Like the documentary was supposed to be anti-Semitic. What about it is anti-Semitic? I've never heard it.
Thank you.
Because anytime black people say that's racist, we have the full detail of why it's racist. It seems like we have to over-explain to other races of why what you saying or doing is racist, or it offends us as a race, or what you was doing is offensive to my culture. It seems like black people, we over-explain, but every time where I hear, oh, what you said or did was anti-Semitic, it seems like no one challenges it. It's like, what about it is anti-Semitic? Why is it anti-Semitic? Mm-hmm. Or is it, or it's like there's a conversation. It's just that, and I see this happen all the time because this happened with Nick Cannon. It was like they said that Nick Cannon said it was anti-Semitic, and I know he had a show with the rabbis, but he never really like pushed back on it, or at least questioned it from a black point of view. It seems like these conversations happen behind closed doors, or you're scared to ask questions about what you're doing is what am I saying or doing is anti-Semitic, because as far as I'm concerned, black people, we're not trying to be racist or anti-Semitic when we say stuff like this.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get when we say, I'm just trying to get like you, but boy.
Yo, and they say it so matter of fact, yo.
Yeah.
They say it like, oh, that's clearly anti-Semitic. He was being anti-Semitic. What she said was anti-Semitic. I'm like, where is that, yo? I did not hear you say what it was. Nobody brought. I'm trying. Is there a replay? There's never even a replay. You just see some fucking talking head saying that's what it was, as this matter of fact. Another thing is, this conversation has been had forever. It's on a lot of reggae songs where they refer to black people as Israelites all the time. So I'm like, so you guys gonna backtrack and go back and start pulling shit up and start talking shit about people in the grave now? Why is this all of a sudden anti-Semitic? Everybody was bopping to this shit for years. Black people were bopping to this shit for years. And now Kyrie puts up a post, he's anti-Semitic, and again, like Ray said, nobody's saying what he said. There's no evidence of it. Oh God. All right, yo, we gotta wake up. Straight up. And let's start with what Crystal said. That's how you get out of it. That's a good solution. Make your own money.
I've been claiming for we need to just start our own shit. So I feel like we have the resources. We just scared to make that jump. That's how I feel. Any last word before we move on to our next topic?
Building takes one brick at a time. If you are patient enough to see your efforts come to fruition through the discipline that you put yourself to make that endeavor happen, then it will happen. It's just a matter of you doing it.
All right. Now this is gonna be a weird transition, but we're gonna be talking about there's not enough black sperm to like birth babies. There was a I think it was an interview where it's just like women that want kids without going through the traditional route. They go through these what is it called, the sperm bank. They go to the sperm bank, and not a lot of black. They either want a black man. If they want a black man, there's not much of it, so it's been very low. So I wanted to hear your opinions on that.
Shit's funny to me.
I don't know how to feel about that, considering the fact that I come from a very fertile people. That's all I'm saying. But I mean, I guess I guess like when you do think about it, like a shortage of black sperm cells and like sperm banks and stuff, that kind of would be like on the shorter side, just considering the history of like the medical, like especially medicine in the black community. Like that probably has something to do with it.
Okay. I'm reading this from the Washington Post. Cryobanks reported that the number of black women seeking their services to conceive rose sharply during the pandemic after increased steadily over the years. Black women between the ages of 35 and 45 are more likely to remain unmarried than women from other racial groups. According to the latest census data, with the 44% of non-Hispanic black women unmarried compared with 16% of white women, yet black sperm donors represent just a fraction of available supply. Fewer than 2% at the country's 4 largest sperm banks, according to an analysis by the Washington Post. So,
did they say why there's a shortage? White is not enough?
No, it's black. Like black.
yeah. Why there's a shortage of hours? Like, why can't they find any?
Yeah.
So they don't want us, but they want our DNA.
Yo.
Thank God you're married.
Missing.
Thank God you're married, Dion. Just remember that. Because some of these obviously women have, they have their standards, and a lot of them don't really want to fall for their standards. So a lot of them, they're in their mid-30s, mid-40s, unmarried, and some of them don't have kids, but
Okay.
Go ahead, Crystal.
I'm okay. Somebody go. I can't right now.
My reasons, like my thoughts on it is gonna be, it's oh man, because when you see how many black children are missing compared and shit like that, I'm wondering where that sperm is going, if there is, and that's probably a reason why there isn't enough, because they take so many of us for what they want. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but I think you could read between the lines of what I'm saying.
Oh my God. I can't deal with this shit.
With everything we've already spoken about up to this point, now you don't want to go down a damn rabbit hole.
Because it's this,
all right.
Like, okay. We were just talking about we're the chosen people, this, that, and the other, right? This is why. You see these fucking celebrities, this is what they do. They drink, come on. I do not, do you want the show to be on YouTube, right?
It might get age restricted again, but go ahead.
What they doing, son? These fuckers are feeding off of us, And I was reading, something about the fucking how the Koreans, how dark they used to be, And then when you look at what's her name, Sandra Bullock, when she was
Hello?
on Ellen the other day, and she
Yeah,
was talking about how
I hear
she
you now,
used,
Shining Wolf. But go ahead, D-Wolf.
Somehow I was muted. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah, and when she was on, when Sandra Bullock was on Ellen like a couple of years ago, and there, she was like, "Hi, you look so young." She's like, "Oh, we have this product that we put in our face," and they're trying like, and Ellen was like, "What is the product?" And Sandra Bullock was like, "Oh, it's Korean baby foreskin," and I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Come on.
right."
I don't even want to think
Okay,
about
and
that.
they were the dark
That's
Asians back in the day. They were the dark
that's
Asians back in the
not
day.
funny.
And I
So
work
I'm
in a
like,
childcare store. I don't need to.
all right.
That's not funny. Oh
First
my
off, I was
god.
disappointed because I was Sandra Bullock, and I was like, "Oh, come on, you." But then again, when you look at Ellen and that photo, that painting or what that picture of that house in the background is the same thing as Jeffrey Epstein's. It's the same style. It's like the same fucking building, same paint job and everything. So I'm like, I know what you're about. You wanted to act, you wanted to feign ignorance during that, knowing damn well what she was going to say on that show about that. You probably take the shit yourself. So let's stop playing. So when it comes to this, like this isn't surprising. They consume as much as they want, yo. And this is not a, like this. You can people can say this is crazy what I'm saying, but this is confirmed. They themselves confirm it. They go through these parties.
Yeah. I've been knew about the whole foreskins for like skin products and stuff.
They put it in
That's
drinks.
they ain't nothing new.
You
But
know,
I'm starting to wonder if somebody was trying to tell us something in that movie Get Out.
I refuse to watch it. I can't watch it.
hey, do y'all think that maybe black men just don't go and ejaculate in the cup at sperm banks, and that's why they don't have that's why they have a shortage?
I was gonna go there, but
shortage because they're stealing it when we do it.
Speak.
So that's the last thing that ever came on my mind. You know, I'm gonna donate to a sperm bank. This is I ain't never
I
thinking.
am not letting my they get my seed.
They paid.
Only one getting my seed
Thought
is my
about it,
wife.
never went through with it.
Only one getting my seed is my wife.
Maybe I'm paranoid. I just see shit for what it is. I've never been a victim of being a black female. Now when I say that reading an article like that and someone who thinks the world is against them would be like, oh my God, there's no black men's sperm. I'm going to be, like women get paranoid. I ain't gonna lie. We get fucking paranoid. But someone who has their head on their shoulders, the first thought in my head was, I don't know the typical black man to ever go to a sperm bank to donate his sperm. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. My sperm bank is in my bedroom. I don't need to go to a fucking bank to hope and pray. And I'm not being insensitive when I say this, but it's funny. When I looked at the articles, majority of the articles is of a black woman who looks kind of studdish. And it's just all negative. An account for, there's not enough black man sperm for what her particular needs are. And my thing is, what the fuck? Is this really what you want to believe? Because even the divorce rate is at 50%, but you'll see an article of a black woman not being able to be married. And that's so untrue. That's very untrue. I don't know how look, even interracial relationships, there's a smaller percentage compared to what a race that's Caucasian or black and black. It's a higher percentage of that. But what are they going to put on the front page to make it seem like the black woman is, have to fight for? Come on now. It's really an article about a black woman having to fight for a black man's sperm. And I read the article in detail and it's ridiculous. So whatever your environment is, whatever your perspective is, you're going to believe that fuckery. Black men are not looking to go to sperm banks to donate their sperm. So a couple that highly is a lesbian couple can get his sperm for whatever fucking reason.
Crystal,
or gay couple. Yeah.
I think you just solved it. What that was incentive. so that we should do it because we don't do
No,
Mhm.
they
no,
want
fuck
us to
that.
do it.
Save the
So,
lesbians. We saving the lesbians.
yeah, they want. I'm telling you, they want our
So,
seed, yo. I keep saying, yo, black man's protect your seed, straight up.
I'm just
So
tired
what?
of
so
trickery.
But
I
to
I've
have
see,
never.
questions
Uh
purely because, well, for the exact reasons you just said, I know nothing about like how sperm banks do their shit. So, do they like, okay, let you select the sample? Like, does it tell, oh, this is, like the features of like the guy it came from, black, this colored hair, these colored eyes, shit like that?
I think they do.
It would be smart if they did.
I think they do that. It's like
Yeah.
shopping. They
Have
do
a
Yeah.
do
picture
that.
of the person or something, man.
Yeah, and they know that the black man organs and features.
Okay. It just real quick. If
Mhm.
aren't these things supposed to be completely anonymous? Why's my photo on this? I don't want
well,
her to know what I
Oh
you
look
no,
don't
like.
have
I think they build a profile so they could
They build a
like
profile.
shop it to people. Like, what are you looking for? What kind of baby do you
It
want?
is
How do you want it? Yeah,
anonymous. It is anonymous to a degree.
yeah. They probably
On
won't
what?
have their name and shit, but they'll
your
have a
photo won't be
profile on
there,
them.
but it's like features. Like if you have brown eyes, if you have like a strong chin, a strong jawline, uh, facial features, and all
Okay, but
that. How,
in a
how
situation like
tall
that,
you are, like how tall you are, and some things like that.
but but then in a situation like that, you know what I'm saying? If I'm out with my woman somewhere and she just happened to see a child that look exactly like me that she's never seen before, I'm gonna have some explaining to do. Like,
Yeah, you do.
Yo, that scenario just
There's people
yo.
walking. There's people walk around and look like you all the
Oh
time.
my god, that's funny.
yeah, but I mean, spit an image of me like my son is. Like,
What's up, little
That's
girl?
if you
Everybody
donate your
got that.
sperm.
That is
Sion, are
yo.
you trying to
again,
donate your sperm?
no.
Okay, then. So you ain't got nothing to worry about. You good.
No,
I
but
was
he's
just
giving the
asking
example
questions out
though.
of
Like if that
curiosity.
happened,
All
And
right.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yes.
I thought about doing that at one point way back when, but for just because I knew they paid you to do the shit. But you know what deterred me? Um, what was the name of that movie with Vince Vaughn? Delivery Man or something like that?
Oh, when like he gave birth to like 40 different people or some shit like that.
Oh man. Mm-mm.
That
Mm-mm.
was a. I don't know what disturbed me the most about that, like just how big of a mess that situation became, or the fact that it was based on a true story.
Mm-hmm.
Just a bunch of
And
angry
that
little Dion's everywhere. Gee, Dion, you really popular around these parts.
again, that'd be awkward. That's the off chance of something like that happening. Now you got your woman in your face thinking you did something you had no business doing 6 or 7 years ago or some shit like that.
Well,
It's
think about this: you get
perfect.
paid to deny that that's your baby. How about that? Instead of doing
That
it
is
for free,
true.
you get paid to deny that's your baby.
Yep.
That doesn't make it any better.
I read an article somewhere like a minute ago where someone actually got caught up with child support off of and it was a donator.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I have to see if I can find that again, and I'll send it to Raymond to send to y'all or something.
Oh,
How is that even
I've heard
possible?
stories of dudes having to pay child support. That's not even their biological kid.
Yeah,
Purely
that's
because
dumb,
it
but
was
that I can see that. But like the sperm bank thing's supposed to be completely safe. You're not supposed to be caught up in none of
Confidential.
that. You're not supposed to be caught up in none of that shit
No.
at all.
I'm
Now,
I'm gonna
if
say
you let a
this.
woman, and you let her child live with you, and you get caught in that, I could kind of see that. It's still wrong in my opinion, but yeah.
This whole thing is just ridiculous. This article is a setup for men that be like, oh, somebody actually wants my sperm, and then they go to the bank and then talking about, okay.
Stupid. That's dumb. Someone wants our sperm. I'll save you.
Exactly, because they
Black
know.
women needs our
No, seriously,
black
they
women
put the
needs our
black women
sperm.
in the front for the
I
guys.
must
For the
contribute.
To me, my steed.
no,
He must go to the
seriously,
sperm bank.
they're playing on emotions, and for anyone to go to the sperm bank after seeing that article, and you got the black woman, just right there in the article, looking like a whole stud.
That's
I just,
why.
I don't know. I feel like it's geared towards another agenda, but that's just me.
You'll have some liberal cuck that'll do it.
You know
It
it's funny
starts with
that
the
you
letter
say
L,
stud.
so yeah, I get it.
You know it's funny that you say stud and young MA is pregnant. So
But that's what I mean. Okay, so I swear I'm gonna get you. Look, as
You
far as
may
I'm
have
fucking concerned,
just proven her point.
yeah,
probably.
mm, I'm done.
I'm fucking on a dicey the bud. Fucking on a dicey stud. I I don't know. I think I look at this article, and Crystal, you may be right. I just look at this article. It's like, how lonely are you women that you can't?
I repeat, they don't want us, but they want our DNA.
No, they want you, but they don't know how to maintain you. So they have to play the role of what they think a man is. That's what's really happening. And having that missing part of having a man in the child's life makes them feel so independent. And now they're searching for not just sperm, but the black man's sperm. I don't see anything suspect about this at
Don't know how to
all.
maintain it. Shit. For the most part, and this might just be me, but shoot, I like food and I like to fuck. Feed me and fuck me, and we cool.
Watch
It's that
movies. You
simple.
gotta watch movies with me too.
Mm-mm.
You
But
gotta binge watch some shit.
See?
It's not that hard, not that complicated. Don't be trying to argue. Don't be trying to argue with me all the time. That's one thing.
But here's the thing.
Silent.
The arguments have to happen because that's how women are activated in certain parts. It's the makeup sex that matters. But arguing 24/7, now that's just fucking ridiculous. That means you're depressed and you need therapy. Just go and get it.
If you're trying to argue all the time, make up your ass out of my house. No, the fuck.
Make up.
Argue with your fucking self.
What they say, if you want excitement, go to an amusement park, go ride a roller coaster.
What Ply said in that video, you wanna argue.
Go read a drama book or some shit.
Yeah.
I ain't finna argue with you.
But I mean, this proves, that proves the saying that what 80% of women only look at 20% of the men, and I'm pretty sure
it's 10%.
It's 90-10.
Yeah,
that makes it even worse. So it's just like, so
yeah, it is.
Like,
he right. It is 10%. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So that makes it even worse. So now 90% of men are just invisible to y'all. There's like capable men that are good enough for you to at least have a family with, and they're capable and probably treat you like the fucking queen that you want.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all can't even get them motherfuckers.
Because
or even want. I know some of y'all don't want them. I've been watching Kendra G shit, and I think those are the most delusional women I done ever seen in my fucking life, other than the people that be on Kevin Samuels' channel. And but I've never seen a slew of delusional women, and it's sad that it's just like y'all can't find nobody. I remember like I asked this question on Facebook, and I said, why not that guy? Not the guy that treats you like shit, but the guy that treats you like you wanted to be treated, but you're just not attracted to him for some reason. What about him is unattractive to you? And then, some of them, they just said, I'm just plain not attracted to him. Some of them, it's just like petty ass reasons. Like
they need therapy. That's what it is. They need therapy, and some of it is this culture too.
Mm-hmm.
It's the whole
This
thing of
culture is
the
this
lifestyle
culture is
being
enabling.
boring
It's
and
enabling.
shit like that. It's stupid.
Ray, you had sent. I
He's
remember one time you
boring. He's
played a
too
video.
nice.
You had played a video who there's a woman who says she didn't want damn, what was the
Oh, he was a
circumstance
nuclear
again?
physicist. He was going to the Navy or something like
Oh
that.
no, not even that, but it still falls into that category. But no, it was one way before that. It was a woman. She was talking, and she was like, she didn't want to. It was like it wanted him to be boring or something like that. Or what was it? What was it? Y'all remember that?
I know what you're talking about. It was the one. It was ones who was talking about. Oh, like they like enjoy like the arguing and fighting and shit.
Yeah, she didn't want
And
peace or something like that. She was like,
Oh, peace becomes chaos. The peace becomes chaos thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I know. Yeah, I know exactly what you talking about.
Right. I'm to the point now that I'm tired of seeing little girls trapped in grown women's body, because what happens is majority of these women that think they know what they fucking want in a man has never been around a man when they were little girls. So when they see aggressive behavior, they think, ooh, that's protection. And now they want a guy and they think he's exciting because they're getting the shit beaten out of them by the guy. And they're like, okay, well, they're going to protect me if somebody says something to me, not knowing that he can get locked up and you'll never see his ass again. They think that's protection.
Or shot.
That part, you know.
But people ain't playing with you out here like that for real.
Like
it's not
something
funny.
else. Like,
It's really not cool. And when they look at bad boys, they think, oh yeah, I want a man that protect me like him because he don't take no shit. But he doesn't even know how to value himself. He doesn't even know how to protect his family. So you want to get with the bad boy. You want a fucking project. So when you're there burying him because you wanted a fucking project, don't say shit. You don't know what a man is if you can't even compromise on his flaws. You're not perfect. If he ain't got no money and you're what you call having no money, because a man not having any money is him only being able to pay rent and the car note and keeping your stomach full. He ain't got no money. But your mental health is good. You're emotionally stable with him. But nah, you want the nigga that cheats on you every day. You got to fight with Moesha and the 5 kids that he created behind your fucking back. And you like that chaos because you want a project. Men are not projects, sweetie. Men are not projects. They're men. They have a goal. And if you're not trying to aid him in his peace, which he should have within himself, but if you're not trying to add on to that and have peace within yourself, then move the fuck on. We're getting older. I could understand in your early 20s, but when you're 30, 40, hitting 50, oh God, you still playing these fucking games? Just go somewhere and
You
just
know what they
bury
say about
yourself.
playing stupid games, don't you?
Win stupid prizes.
Prizes,
You're right.
That's how incels are created too.
Yo. Now you got to go
How
to a
are
sperm
incels?
bank.
How incels created?
Because they're going after the bad boys, and like if you see some of the manifestos of a lot of the incels that just go insane and like shoot shit up, they be like they know. And when you see what they're capable of, you're like, if you were to choose them and you didn't let them go that far in their head where they had to like go into a fantasy world and want to be with you and did all this shit, you friend zone them, this and the other, right? If he was to maintain that balance, if the woman would have at least looked at him too, she would have had that protection, because you see how far he went just for not having.
just
imagine if he
miserable.
did have you and some
don't glorify.
You, he would have done something. I'm not saying it's all of them, but I'm just saying there's a lot of incels that could have been, because if you read some of the manifestos or hear their like final whatever before they go off and do something stupid, that's usually the case. It's because these girls are always choosing like the project.
They had chat potential.
Yeah.
The chat potential. They just a little awkward. That's all.
Yeah. The Pookies and the Ray Rays, like everyone keeps saying.
Yeah, but I'm very cutthroat when it comes to
Lord Jesus,
people.
Lord.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Ray.
Every time I hear Pookie and Ray Ray is every time. Y'all can keep going. It's just
oh shit.
No, I'm very cutthroat because there's a lot of little girls that be coming up to me and they think that I'm gonna be siding with them. Oh, I've been with this nigga. I got this nigga in my phone. I'm like, why the fuck you telling me? I'm happy in my relationship. Oh, you telling me you've never? No, bitch, I've never wanted to get STD from 5 different motherfuckers. I'm sorry. I guess I'm just a boring bitch. So be it.
You never wanted to be somebody's STD test
No,
screen.
no, and I don't even see how these hoes can keep up with 5 different dicks. That's disgusting.
I don't want to go to the clinic, but if I fuck her and she come back and say you gave me something, then now I know.
No, it's
Wow.
really scary. It's scary because half of these hoes, they be going from one nigga to the next and they don't even know how they pussy work. Everything is
They
fucking
probably
backwards.
some of them probably don't even know who gave it to them if they did get STD.
Or who got them pregnant. It's like it's
Yeah,
getting dangerous out in these fucking streets. I
know somebody
can't.
just like that. They know
Nah,
who baby daddy was.
I'm not with it. I'm not with it. No. I'm not gonna. I guess I'll just be a pick me, like I said before. Every relationship
Who
that
be the
I've had,
pappy?
seriously, every relationship I've had, it's been long lasting. Even my first little teenager relationship lasted for at least 5 years. Then my marriage is 15, and then I'm on to the next. Like I'm not
5
jumping
years
from one nigga to another nigga. Like no, we're not doing that. And the men that I date are not even niggas. They're men that actually dress with their belt on their waist because I'm investing in myself. If I'm dressing a certain way, I'm looking for my partner to dress a certain way, not Ray from
Why would you do that?
because
Okay, that was intentional.
yeah, it was. I know you can get it.
That's why she laughed. That's why she laughed after she said it. That's why.
Oh my god!
Shout out to my mama and my grandmama. My mama called me Pookie. My grandmama called me Ray Ray.
So shout out to the divine
Damn.
feminine.
Ray.
Oh, Father,
Ray.
Anthony's in the chat. He said, "What's up, guys?"
Young boy.
Yeah, young boy.
Yeah.
Young man.
Peace and blessings.
Young man.
But oh yeah, like I said, it's not that hard to it's not that hard. Like we don't really in my opinion, men don't really ask for much. It's like
Food, sex, silence.
But on the same side, I know some of y'all women, y'all be going through the worst of men. I'll be hearing it from my sisters.
They choose them niggas though. We just discussed that. Like
No. I can say I can vouch for my sisters. They don't choose them.
So how they get with them?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked
Thank
that
you.
question. Hello, everyone. Maybe not to the younger sister next to me, Cher. Anyway, so
see what you did, Clarence. Right.
Hi, Clarence. Hi, Wolfie. First of all,
Hey.
you don't choose these people, okay? They choose us. Second,
well, you could decline.
let me finish. No. I have declined on several times.
You gave in?
No. I'm gonna tell you exactly. I'm so glad you asked. I had a great, amazing conversation on just a simple fact of leaving me the fuck alone because a person from 2015 still tries to reach out to me after I told him specifically I don't want nothing to do with this friendship. I don't care for the friendship. I am not a great person to be around. So I suggest you stay the fuck away from me and leave me alone. But you know what he says? You are having an emotional warfare. Your coping mechanism is your stonewall. You are becoming someone that I never thought that you would be. How can you just be friends with other people instead of me? Why can't you just explain to me and clarify why I am not a great person to be in your life? I don't want you in my motherfucking life. Leave my happy ass alone. I am healing. I am in a healing journey, which is a very curvaceous body. It has its ups and downs. It has its moments. And then the fact that I haven't reached through the phone and just Incredible Hulk smashed him to the ground. I have decided to just politely say it, and I have my friend Vance that came over and it literally heard the conversation. I have tried to be polite. I have tried to use my calm voice. I have tried to just listen and be empathetic and sympathetic. I have ran out of room for old friendships and relationships to rekindle. You know why? Because they do nothing for me. I have got rid of toxic ass relationships. I got rid of toxic ass friendships. My last ex works with me currently, who was a drunk when we were working. I broke up with him because he couldn't perform in bed. How are you going to ask for much, but you can't perform a specific need for me?
For
Now,
both of y'all.
so we can get food from Subway. Whenever you're ready, I'll be in the car. Thank you.
Hey, yo, she was cooking.
I was gonna ask, like, did you pick up the phone to deal with that shit? How that happened? I didn't continue.
I'm on a laptop.
No. I mean, for the conversation to even continue once you get once the rejection was there the first time, how the conversation even continue for anybody
you need to go.
Once you open lines of communication after you say no, you know, on his end, he's gonna infer that okay, there's an opening. I could keep trying because
I could get in there. I could get it if I keep on trying to approach it a different way.
I was gonna ask, did you pick up? Did he stop by the house?
You know what's funny, D-Wolf? I told this at my job, I told this 20-year-old because she was like, she wanted to call this dude so bad, but she's like over him and she wants to let him know that, you know, he can't get in the goodies no more. I don't know why she was explaining all that in the detail. I told her, don't text the nigga back.
First of all, if you got to tell someone that you're over them, you're not over them.
I just told her, do not
Let's
text
start with that.
I told her, do not text the nigga back. I told her, don't text the nigga back. Then don't do closure. As soon as you text him back, because the nigga told her, from her words, that I can fuck you anytime and you could just drop them draws. So
I said, I always see it as this, we're always at the woman's mercy in that case, so it's the ball's in their court, do not talk to them, don't do it, don't give them that opening, because we are very hopeful. Don't give us that chance. Let us know straight up.
We are hope strategists.
You not picking up, you blocking, that's enough. Unless they're insane and they want to go further than that to a stalker stage, that's when you take the proper steps. But from there, from our eyes, you're just leading us on to keep going. Do not continue the conversation. Don't. Because we will go crazy.
Which is why I said men don't do closure.
Yeah.
Exactly. I said, as soon as you give us an opening, we're going to walk our happy ass right on it.
And you know what sucks? The fact that when you have a child with one of them, they'll look for anything to talk to you. I'm still dealing with mine of 20 years with my firstborn. And it's so fucking annoying. And he'll be on the phone, and I blocked him officially because I couldn't do the adult thing anymore with co-parenting. But he'll be on the phone and he'll be like, well, not to be off topic or anything, but how so-and-so and how are you doing? And I am over you, right? I'm thinking like, what the fuck? Like, where did this come from?
That's a weird thing to say.
Here? And I'm sarcastic as fuck. Like when someone comes like that, he was like, he'll say, no, this is how they do it. He'll pause, not to be off topic. And then it gets real quiet. I'm like, shit, here comes the fiesta.
About to be off topic.
And he'd be like, Chris.
At that point, just hang up the phone.
Chris, it's been 25 years. And
sometimes you just want to be nice.
Yeah, I was, encouraging this Negro that, hey, you're still a good dad. Don't worry about it. You're going to get your life together. Like, I'm that person. I don't know why. But then he goes, yeah, but just so you know, I'm going to therapy and stuff, but I'm I'm just telling you, I'm not. Oh, I'm over you now. You know, I'm not really thinking about you. I'm like, nigga, like, where the fuck did this come from? He's like,
Like,
yeah,
then leave me
you
alone.
know,
If you gotta say it out loud, you're not over them. Like I said,
Well,
nigga, you are in Germany. Leave me the fuck
The
alone.
therapy part should have been the red flag. Yeah, that's saying, okay, I say therapy, she's gonna be in my good graces again. that was a
Because
trick.
all I want for people is happiness. Like truly loving somebody, if you truly love them, all you want them to do is be in chaos over there, get therapy, eat good, and leave you the fuck alone. And if you so happen to have a child with them, the best thing you want for them is to find a partner that can treat them good and leave you alone. But when you go off topic, say you're going to therapy, but you're not okay. You need a straight jacket, my nigga. Like, chill. I'm not the one. You don't want to mess with me. I don't even have to lift a finger. Leave me the fuck alone. You went to Germany? Stay in Germany. You want to come here? Then come here. But leave me alone. I'm leaving you alone. And for somebody to blame the fact that they're in a poly relationship on you, I'm like, you are not okay, sir. You are not okay. He's like, since I left you, I've opened my eyes and I realized I'm really for a poly relationship. I'm like, don't blame that fuckery on me. You a hoe. We all know that. I've
He's
been knew
really
that.
for
You
the
just want to
streets.
exactly. You just want but then he'll go, I'm just like, I can't do this. This is sad. Like that's the only way I get caught up. And now I've blocked all communication because it's no getting through to a person that feels that they can access to you at any given time. And I've given this person no hope. He just thinks, oh, I got one on her because I got a child from her. I'm like, Negro, you was a nerd. You was actually smart. But then you got me. You rode me around like a fucking trophy, and now look at you in Germany talking about they can't do it like me. Well, nigga, go and get more therapy because you ain't never gonna have me again.
Nope,
Shit.
bitch can't do it like me. Nope.
Well, you learned the hard
man.
way.
Oh man, so
Live
I
streaming
got
is on.
I got a whole TikTok clowning them niggas.
when they get robbed by a Dominican girl for like the fifth time, they'll understand. So
I said I need to. Okay, I gotta find a video where I was talking about them niggas and I'm sharing to the chat.
Any last words to say? Any last word before our final topic?
Damn, niggas need to get it together. What y'all doing? Now, I don't understand why people like that make shit difficult for themselves. Like, if something is plain, then take it and go. I don't know. That couldn't be me. Because you, Ray. I mean, like Ray has seen me. Like, I will leave and then never come back, and then they be coming back to me. I'm like, why are you coming back to me? I'm the one that left.
I think we know the answer, but yeah.
I don't know. It's funny when I think about that shit because it's like, yo, like you don't even be doing nothing. You be chilling. You be like in your own world. You be on your own shit. You have a focus that a lot of people don't really reach in this life. And then they just, hey, 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 hey. I'm like, bruh.
People need their egos fed, especially when they sit down and really think about how the relationship ended.
I'll say, protect your seed and no is an answer.
Bro, my no is the most powerful thing. I say no, and I mean that shit. I love it.
Well, this shows you how much men really values family. I just want people to understand that.
Yeah, being a big brother, right? Right.
Yes. Family. Okay, last topic. Are we banning white people from seeing Black Panther?
Oh
Oh,
my
that
god! You can't even
bullshit.
say it.
Oh man,
Nigga, bro.
I'm about to go off because I
Okay,
was thinking about
discontinue if
that
you
shit.
can.
Go,
Oh
go.
Discontinue if you
no.
can.
Okay, all right.
Oh shit.
Obviously, there's been this thing on TikTok where there are, I've seen a couple black women, at least the two of them. One is polyamorous, in which I want to get into that another podcast. Uh, but if it slips in here, we can get into it. But she was talking about white people cannot see Black Panther on opening night. If white people bought a ticket, you should give it to a black person, and y'all can watch it some other day. And there's been talks about this. So obviously, Shining Wolf, you got a lot to say. You get to go first. Go ahead,
No,
my
actually,
brother.
I don't have a lot to say. I got one simple thing to say.
Go ahead.
Opening weekend, which is like 2-3 days, is the most important days of a movie's, financial, financial gainings.
Right.
So to tell like the majority of the population not to go see that movie on the opening weekend, because they said opening weekend, is fucking stupid. Big mistake. Do you want the movie to make money? I don't think black people is enough. Maybe black people and Hispanic people is enough. Because they got Namor, or however they pronounce it in that movie.
Yeah, but they ain't Spanish people talking about you crackers ain't seeing the fucking movie though.
Say that again. They saying what?
I said there's not I haven't seen a Latino saying, yeah, you white people can't see the movie.
Yeah. I don't hear a lot of them talking about it either. Not really. I work with a lot of Hispanics. I ain't hear not one of them talk about it, but I haven't heard a lot of black people talk about it either. They probably just not nerds, don't give a shit.
Okay. D Wolf, is on you.
Oh, I was gonna say the same thing. Like, okay, you're purposely trying to
sabotage the movie.
Yeah, I'm like, how's that work, yo? Like, I'm sure the people who made it is hoping everyone sees it opening weekend. They want this shit to sell out like a motherfucker, and I believe it will. I believe it will, because I don't think anyone's gonna listen to her. But she's just stupid for fucking saying that, Because let's say people did listen to her, like, let's say that did happen, yo. They're gonna get mad and they're just gonna boycott the movie altogether and not bother watching it even later on, because just to spite the fuckery, then you just derail the movie success right then and there. So these people, man, I don't know.
When activism goes wrong.
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah,
people. This is what happened when you just give anybody a platform. People just say a whole bunch of real stupid, asinine shit.
Right.
I mean, she can say stupid shit she wants. Like I said, I'm a free speech absolutist. You can say stupid shit you want, but this is what you get. You hear what we're saying back? Yeah. This is a repercussion. You're fucking retarded. Right. You need now you're gonna feel it. Good luck on your next post.
Right. Next post.
Yo.
So what I want to say about that, because I'm hearing this for the first time. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah,
bruh.
Unfortunately,
it's a motherfucking movie. What benefit are you going to gain if white people didn't go see the damn movie? You just gonna be in a room with a whole bunch of black people and a whole bunch of other people, and you still gonna have the same reaction depending on whether white folks is in there or not. It's a waste of time.
Right?
Yeah, you're gonna have the same motherfucking experience. All you literally have to do, but like I'm saying, all you literally have to do when you go to that damn movie theater is just ignore them and watch the damn movie. All this extra shit you added on to the shit.
Somebody should ask her, how many white movies have you seen in your lifetime?
No, bro.
Or yesterday.
I don't know. For me, it's not. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's not even about the fact that she mentioned white people specifically. It's just the fact that you wasting time fucking talking about a non-issue, really, about a damn fictional Marvel movie that's directed. White folks was in the production of the damn movie. You gonna ban them from seeing the movie too? Them niggas saw the movies before you. They went to the damn premiere. Stupid.
They already got like
they said good things.
Rotten Tomatoes.
They said good things too. So what's your
Like the fuck? You ain't forget. What's his name? Ross in the first movie. Fuck. I don't know. You probably you know how they are. They get on the internet and they just waste time. That's what they do.
Yeah.
You got real shit going on. Niggas sitting there talking about, man, my movie. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. Yo, sometimes
Yo.
like, bruh, sometimes you start to get like low patience, low tolerance for this shit. Cause it's just over and over and over and over again. Distraction, distraction, distraction. Like, what is you doing?
Bunch of nothing apparently. Sitting on Twitter, worrying all fucking day.
Hmm.
I mean, if she gonna be like this, that means black people better show the fuck out. And I mean, we did for the first one, and I know like
We have to do it for the second one.
we have to do it for the second one. I wish that even though I don't think Coming to America 2 is that good of a movie, I thought it was cute, but
Yeah,
it's
it was
like
cute, but
yeah.
not. Yeah.
But I felt like if that movie would have came out in theaters, niggas would have showed out for that one too because of the history of the fucking. But yeah, it's like you gotta make sure like every person is there because I know it's sold out at least. If from last time I checked, it's like for a lot of places it's sold out. So, but we as I don't want to gatekeep Black Panther, especially since like superheroes like that are barely get the scene in fucking media as big time movie deals. Like before Black Panther and even before Blade, we had Shaquille O'Neal in a fucking steel suit and Meteor Man.
Oh my
That's a
god,
guilty
no.
pleasure. I'm sorry.
I like Meteor.
Oh, you talking about
I
that
like
DC
Meteor Man.
comic movie Steel?
Yo,
Yeah,
I
still.
like
It
I like
wasn't bad.
the DC comic steel. I like Meteor Man, and I even
oh
like
hell
Black
yeah.
Man. I like Black Man.
I
Yep.
kind of would like for them to modernize Meteor Man a little bit, or just remake it.
Bro, what was that
Nah.
fucking movie where it was a black superhero family and their weakness was
It
aluminum
was a,
foil?
it was the
I have
Disney
no
Channel.
idea what you're talking
It was
about.
on the Disney Channel. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Ray knows
Robert
what I'm talking
Townsend was the dad in
about.
that too, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
Robert
Yeah, I
Townsend
think
was the
so.
dad in that
Okay,
too.
yeah, I remember that. And the boy didn't have powers.
Yeah, they were like, powers or no powers, we still love you. I'm like, nah, you know y'all niggas are salty, you get no damn powers, be honest. I don't know, that movie was funny to me.
Up and away. Up and away.
Yes. Yeah, that's a throwback. God damn, I'm old.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
Disney
George
Channel
Jefferson was
original.
like the grandfather and shit. So
Yeah, that movie was cute.
yeah. Like I said, like I hope with Black Panther, doing so well. I hope we get to see more black superheroes. Like I still want a Luke Cage movie and shit. That's just me because I like Luke Cage. But
I suspect you're gonna get more swaps than the ones that you're actually looking for. Like I think they're making a Static Shock movie though. I'm not really sure on that.
Yeah, I think Michael B. Jordan's working on that. I pray to God that happens, yo. Because like I always say, yo, that's all black. That is all black.
Well,
But
that's better than
as
like
far
the
as
rumor. That's better than the rumor I heard because I heard Tyler Perry wanted to do Static Shock. I said, "Fuck that!"
No.
Oh no,
Fuck no.
Because you gonna put some nasty ass excuse of a dreadlock wig on somebody's head and no.
Tyler Perry gonna
No.
be the fucking dad and shit with the fucking wig.
about to get
That
another Spawn
nigga,
movie.
He
hey,
played
bro,
Baxter
hey,
Baxter
His special
Stockman.
power is Jesus. That's what his special power.
nigga, you gonna find out his father, fucking Static Shock father is fucking Lucius from Empire with the damn. Oh my
Because
god.
the next black hero you probably gonna get is what's that giant name? Wonder Man. I know Wonder Man isn't black, but they make him black within the show.
They're casting the dude that played Morpheus in the last Matrix.
Yeah.
Black
Oh,
Black
Yeah,
Manta.
yeah.
Black
I'm
Manta.
sorry.
There you
I
go.
was like,
Yeah, he played Black Manta. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other Morpheus. Okay.
So, who specifically has said for white people not to watch Black Panther?
I have to look her. I have to
There's
look
this
her
woman
up.
on the internet. There was an article
Uh,
about it.
Is she
I
a
had saved
celebrity?
it.
No.
No, she's just some person,
Oh, okay.
TikTok
some
activist.
activist. Some activists on Twitter. You know how they be on
Oh
Twitter.
yeah. They can't own a house, but they can definitely be on Twitter.
Ah, a lot of them they ain't got nothing to. A lot of them ain't got nothing to do. They work at Starbucks. They ain't got shit else to do, and
No,
they fucking
Starbucks is aiming higher than the average. More like Walmart, would you say?
Walmart.
Yo.
Yeah, but I just think that our people are always gatekeeping the wrong fucking shit.
Right.
Like you
Like
should
you want people to
and deeds.
patronize your businesses. Even though Disney's not our businesses, but black people are making money from it.
They
So,
still take the money, even back in
yeah.
the days when Jim Crow was around. They didn't want us in their store, but when the laws were raised a bit, they still took our money, even though we had to place it on the counter. They still took our money because they gatekeep money. They gatekeep the right things. But if you're gonna let race be the cause for you to let someone lose out on money, not knowing or actually knowing, because it's in your face that majority of the cast members in Black Panther 2 are black, you're an idiot. They're getting money,
Fucking
people
idiot.
watching it, so you're really stupid. And these are the people that will lead people to damnation, in my opinion. They
People actually
gatekeep the
listen
wrong
to these
thing.
people just because they're saying something that sounds progressive or sounds like it's warring against the man and all that other shit. But they
They're
don't actually just
gullible
sit there and listen.
Yeah,
They don't listen to
yeah.
what is actually being said and applying that to like real life.
and researching and not taking everything that's on the internet for a fact.
You want
Right?
to know
Don't you?
what it is? You want to
What?
know what it is for real? They commodify being a fucking activist. It's a
Mm-hmm,
commodity now. You can sell it.
mm-hmm,
You
mm-hmm,
can. It's a brand now. Niggas ain't serious about making progressive change. They just want
mm-hmm,
something to complain about so they can make some type of service or product they can sell.
Yeah,
They
like
do that shit
BLM.
with they did that shit with BLM and motherfuckers that grew up in that generation saw the grift and now they're
Mhm.
fucking weaponizing it against their own people. Sitting there talking about
mm-hmm,
don't do this or don't do that because my feelings.
mm-hmm,
Oh, we're not even gonna go there.
Oh,
Like,
mm-hmm.
oh.
bro,
Speaking of that, I found something that y'all might, I think, about the chick. I seen it on. I don't know if y'all heard West Side Live, but this is his video, and this is what he found out about it. Can y'all see my the screen?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, to get more insight on this person, Lavender Lee is a social media influencer from Houston. Had to be from Texas. According to her website, she has over 244,000 followers on Instagram and 7,000 followers on TikTok. That's concerning. She claims to be a
That's concerning.
reform activist and a sex positive feminist.
This is a sickness.
Therefore, we do not want it.
The fuck?
Queer, bi, a millennial, and polyamorous. Google it. Wait, I thought polyamorous and bi were two different things. See, this is why I don't give a fuck about these fucking words anymore. And a mother of kids. The image of her holding
Wow.
smiling here is a quote from Lavender Lee that says, "Eat the cake, have great sex, give no fucks."
Give no fuck.
This is a
These
sickness.
people are just toxic. I
It needs
swear.
to be stated. Huh? You have decided to abandon the children. You are a problem. We are soon going to see children in Ontario on a World Vision commercial. Children like this.
Yeah, that's a great saying to have over you and your daughter's picture. She actually posted a Linktree page where people can donate tickets and funds for Wakanda Forever. So I'm sure she's not going to pocket any of that money. Donate tickets and funds for Wakanda Forever. Donate to Lavender's Family GoFundMe. God is Lavender's support group. Lavender Lee's blog and music site, Dear Lavy Life Coaching, the League of Extraordinary Melanin Podcast, buy my book, Self Love is True Love.
No.
And,
I'm sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry.
The ending was perfect.
Yo.
Okay.
Yep.
Shout out to Westside Live. And
Anyone surprised by that little bio there?
No, but I wanted y'all to make sure y'all get that so y'all know. But nope, not surprised.
I'm tired. I'm tired of these people.
They ain't tired yet. They gonna continue. I think they're gonna continue for at least another 5 years before people start being like, y'all some clowns. But I don't know. People are kind of like eating the cake, so I don't know. Maybe it'll go on for longer than that.
Not if somebody put poison in that bitch.
Oh, she ready to go to drastic memes now.
Yeah,
I'm tired of this shit.
Oh yeah,
we about to handle this.
Yo, was you here when she was talking about scammers and dating coaches and auto life coaches when she went into?
Oh yeah.
Which is also
I don't think I was.
Also in that same video that got age restricted, if I'm correct.
Ray, I'm gonna need you to stop outing me. I
agree with you.
It was a rough day.
But it's delicious, Ray. She be cooking.
I'm sorry. The good food is
Nah, I'm
do you know they don't want you eating good food these days? They want you to
you know
get
what
cancer and go to the clinic.
They can't handle the flavor of a black woman that know how to cook. That's what it is. It's too spicy.
What Michael Irvin said.
I'm sorry. Any feminist or any woman that thinks they want to go out and work, that's you. But don't try to be putting me on the fucking wagon. I like being home. I like having my feminine energy catered to. Like, don't put me in that fucking independent. Nah, fuck all that shit. I like cooking. I like taking care of my kids. I like not having to fight my boss to pick up my child if they're sick. It's that fucking simple. And not everybody has that opportunity. So you work your ass off with your man until he could be like, okay, babe, stay home. I got this. And don't ask how he's gonna have it. Just aid him in whatever he's asking you to aid. It's not being not independent. It's actually being the most influential person in the family. If you've played chess, you know how the queen moves. The queen is powerful, but she's always moving in a way to protect the king in her own feminine energy. But that doesn't take the power away from the king. If we could just go back to that standard, not being home, but I'm just saying, like, don't come to me. I got 5 niggas. Okay, you got 5 STDs. How is that fun? Like, bitch, get away from me. No, we're not doing this.
Oh man! Hey, well, speaking of fucking scammers, I also got to give you your flowers because that what you said about that Coach Stormy lady, and like all of a sudden she just ended up getting a boyfriend, and her boyfriend was out there scamming motherfuckers out of money and shit. You was right on that, so I got to give you your flowers on that one too. So you fucking called it.
Yeah,
as expected.
Okay. Any last questions before we move on to our final thoughts?
Just for Black people to stop gatekeeping shit that don't need gatekeeping. Y'all
It don't even belong to us.
It's not even yours. Nothing about Marvel is yours.
Not even us.
A white man made Black Panther, for crying out loud.
A small hat.
And a white
that ain't even ours.
And a small hat probably owns the company Disney.
Exactly.
Oh my God, y'all. Okay, no, go ahead.
Wow.
Small hat is
I'll say it in my final
hilarious to
thoughts.
me.
Go ahead.
Small hat is hilarious to me. Okay.
Oh, you laughing? You cancel too. You think it's funny as you cancel too. You ain't get the job in this country ever.
Okay, Clarence and Divas, just so you know, my sister came back and she showed me the many time. Unfortunately, the dude she was talking about was he's a computer tech and she's literally stalking her and like called her phone from like 7 different phone numbers, like 7.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, and she showed me all of them, and then like the many times that she called him and some shit like that. So that's some above
What she do? What she do to that man?
Nah, she ain't do nothing.
He didn't do nothing.
No,
That's the thing.
He didn't do
And
nothing.
that's the problem.
They never dated or nothing. She ain't put it on him or nothing.
No, you know my sister.
Never.
Right? No, so, but you know, some of these people that I hate to say it, some of the alternative blacks that we kind of know, they kind of sensitive and weird.
Yeah, they are.
And
Oh yeah, definitely.
I love them.
I like them too, but
Wow.
sometimes they can be a little sensitive and a little weird. Or around if we're going around father scale, the little weird coon to the weird coon.
Weird coons.
What's the level below weird coon, father?
There was no one lower than Weo Coon. That's the lowest one.
No, I mean above weird coon.
Oh no, you got your alternative blacks.
Yeah, between that area. Okay. It's but a little bit leaning up to the weird coons. Them motherfuckers are weird and sensitive. But
how he acting make it sound like they was dating or something.
I'm not sure. I think she just wanted to be friends, but some people just can't take no. So
yeah, crazy.
No was an answer.
Yeah, on to my sister will shut you down real quick. She not gonna lead you, or she will shut you down real quick. That's the one thing I know about her. On to our final thoughts. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start with you, Shining Wolf.
Final thoughts. Stop claiming ownership, gatekeeping properties and things that don't belong to you or your people. It's just more corporate. This is more Black Panther's more corporate shit. I appreciate it for what it is, but everything that Disney is doing right now is doing some corporate shit. A lot of them probably can't even really make the movie they really want to make to begin with shit like Black Panther.
Unless you go to that turnaround and you see how that fucking happened.
Yeah, the corporate's like, I'm kind of done with Disney really. In general, really, I'm not really excited about any of the movies. Even the new Blade, they had to delay that shit. And then the dude, I can't remember his name, but the
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, he was like, this script is trash. They making trash. They making shit by the numbers, and they got talky. I don't like Black Panther. Probably will be a entertaining movie, but I don't really think it's probably going to be that good though.
Honestly, I feel like people don't even watch those movies for it to be good or bad. I just think it's the theatrics. You know what I'm saying? It's the image of seeing Black people doing cool shit.
Yeah. I'm not talking about Black people. I'm talking about like Disney movies in general at this point. Not Disney movies, but the Marvel thing. The Marvel thing. They kind of losing their shine.
Oh, I get what you mean.
I don't even know why they cast him, because he was already in Luke Cage and that's supposed to be connected. So I'm like, that's what bothered me. I'm like, weren't you Cottonmouth? What are you doing?
He was Cottonmouth.
He was Cottonmouth.
Yeah, he was. Hey man, if Chris Evans can go from Human Torch to fucking Captain America, god damn it, Mahershala Ali could be Cottonmouth and
those movies aren't canon though. Those old Fantastic Four movies, those aren't canon. But this is supposed to be.
So what we gonna do when they do Fantastic Four? Michael B. Jordan's gonna be Human Torch after he just died from Killmonger.
I didn't even think about that shit. I didn't even think about that.
So who gonna be Black in Fantastic Four? Because somebody gonna be Black. Who is it gonna be? The Thing?
It's gonna be the Thing.
I think they said the Thing.
Yeah.
And I heard a rumor
or Reed Richards.
Wait, why? Because I think the dude that Jim Krasinski is playing Reed Richards. So that
was an alternate. I mean, I think so too. But at the same time, that was an alternate universe, so it very well could be somebody else.
Honestly, I like him being Reed Richards. I hope they.
I do too. I do too, because he looked kind of like him.
Yeah, I was like
him and his wife. Him and his wife. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I
Go
just
for it.
think that's a perfect cast. It's like you got Reed Richards. I mean, Professor X was still Patrick Stewart, so
Yeah, but I don't know how long he gonna be that though.
And his wife, who was in Quiet Place with him, she's in talks of playing Sue Storm, so they're gonna be a couple again. Yeah, so they're trying to make them a couple again, like real life couple and fantasy couple in that movie too. And they already casted him for Doctor Strange, so that's what people are looking for. Because she started doing interviews saying because at first she was like, I don't want to do these types of movies. Then I think in an interview after seeing how much love they had for him and the reaction to him being in Doctor Strange, she started to lighten up a bit. She's like, you know what? So now she's in talks to do it. I don't know if they're still going to go through with it because they're still trying to cast other people, I guess, for another multiverse story or something like that. So people are confused. Like, so you're going to keep him or not? You know? So we'll have to see. But I hope they keep him, yo. He was good. He fit, yo.
I wish we got a little bit more time to shine, but he probably will eventually.
Nah, Wanda fucked them all up.
That's Sam Raimi for you, yo. Fuck.
Yeah, I really appreciated the horror elements of that movie.
Yeah,
that shit was what made
pretty. That movie was pretty good.
That was the
highlight
Black
of the
Bolt
movie.
went out. I was like, "Is this for family, son?" Because that fucked me up.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh,
I did kind of cringe a little with the way Reed Richards went. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Nah, the one that made me cringe was Professor X, because I was watching. But now, mind you, I was watching the movie in IMAX 3D. So when I saw that shit, and then if she fucking popped out of nowhere, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
It was very well done.
Yeah, I thought so too. A lot of people didn't like. Some people didn't like it. They said it wasn't good, but I thought the joint was great. I thought it was one of their better movies and their better recent movies.
It was a good
anyway.
movie. Yeah, people just be you know how they are. They don't be fucking watching the
I was
movie.
interested the whole way.
Yeah, people from what I've heard, because me personally, I like the movie too, but everybody that hates it, they only have one reason for hating it. I'm like, that doesn't overpower the whole movie though, because people.
What's their reason? Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, their reason was America Chavez, because people felt like it was more about her than Doctor Strange. But I was like, I don't think no, the movie was about him. It was about his fuck ups in each reality. So I'm like, where you getting? I understand why you don't like her, you know. But
I actually kind of liked her in the movie. I thought she was cool.
Yeah, she wasn't annoying.
What's wrong with annoying?
I think because it was like another
Last of Us.
No,
like
Captain Marvel situation. Like it wasn't supposed to be her. It was supposed to be someone else initially in that type of story. Was it supposed to be? I think it was. Man, was it supposed to be Spider-Man? It was supposed to be someone else. I forgot who they said she replaced because that was supposed to come out before Spider-Man. But then they put Spider-Man
story-wise. They move and rearrange shit all the time. If you know the original stories from the comics and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, if you know the original Civil War story, the X-Men were a part of that.
They were all over the place.
Oh man.
Well, they had to take compromises then because then they didn't have the rights to those characters at all.
Now they
Sony kind of had them by a string to an extent. Still do.
They got to an extent like they can't recast any of the X-Men characters, or I think any of the Fox characters in general, up until 2025.
I'm waiting for I'm saying this for the past year because I strongly feel like it's gonna happen. I'm waiting for Disney to pull a power move and freaking take in Sony.
Oh shit! I don't know if I like that.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What?
No, they're going to do it. I feel like they're going to do it.
No.
I don't want them to, but I feel like they're going to do it.
Nah, Sony's smart.
Fuck no, baby.
Sony's
Fuck
smart.
no, baby.
I ain't gonna say Sony's smart, but I don't think they're gonna do that. But they might though.
But I feel like they're going to do it.
Man, Disney gonna own this whole world. You gonna have to call this bitch the world of Disney.
I feel like straight up, I feel like the MCU will determine that the way this is going. If they course correct, then that's a high possibility. But right now they're losing a lot of money. So
yeah,
and what they got going for them right now is Black Panther, and I am like that's why my hope is in Ant-Man. My hope is in that movie because I think Kang can save the whole thing because the rest of the movies is about him.
Nah, you know what? I feel
I
like
think
that
it's
movie's going to
funny.
be good because Ant-Man movies have not disappointed yet.
Yep. Thank you.
no, they're pretty good
I
actually.
think
Some people will argue
it's
that too, though. But I
funny.
like the Ant-Man movies are actually pretty good. They're
The
actually
Ant-Man
interesting.
movies, the Ant-Man and Doctor Strange are the two movies I think they nail every time.
Mm-hmm.
And Captain America. The Captain America movies have
Yes,
been pretty
Captain
good.
America movies are good too.
2 and 3 killed it, yo. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Shit.
I'm over here playing Ghost Rider on PlayStation 2 emulator. Yeah, remember that game?
I do
I
not.
remember that game.
I was playing Midnight Club the other day.
Midnight Club.
Oh, you actually got the game?
Yeah, Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition.
It's my favorite one.
Because I never played it.
Oh, you never played it?
Yeah, I was Need for Speed Underground too. I'd never played Midnight Club 3.
I'm gonna just let you know, motorcycles are like they're fun, but you know, it's you can like bump you a little bit, you'll fucking go fly. Just so you know.
Disney gonna have to buy Lionsgate too, because they can't have Ghost Rider. Speaking of Ghost Rider, they can't have Ghost Rider to themselves. They gotta put them in with other characters.
Damn.
Because I think that's Lionsgate. I think Lionsgate or somebody owns Ghost Rider because of those. That movie that came out back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
What a mess.
Okay. Is that it? Is that
Yep.
Okay, Dion is on you.
Final thought. Hey, smoke weed every day. That's my final thought.
D-Wolf is on you.
Okay, well, I'm back on I'm back on my channel, so you know I'm releasing more videos now, so you guys could check that out. And please be sure to like my because watching it doesn't even matter anymore. Because I remember back when I started it, I used to get like hundreds and thousands of views, and now I'm getting like 3 at a time because I've been talking about certain subjects that the small hats don't like. So yeah, and I'm also going to start a Patreon, so that way I don't have to worry about too much censorship. But yeah, just hit up my channel
Patreon.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like those guys, yo. They all sound the same, but I get why they have to do it.
Please like, comment, and subscribe, and support my Patreon.
Yeah, and
if you like my content,
I'm just looking forward to how much is going to change or what's going to happen after tomorrow, like after these midterms, yo. Like it's like because this red wave hits. I like the people we just like that chick we just talked about. I want to see what are they gonna do. Like, are they gonna go full terrorists or kill themselves? I don't know what they're gonna do because, I said, we're bouncing.
I can't wait till Herschel Walker is the governor.
Yo, because
show like, that sheriff badge, Herschel. There you go.
Like I see like shit going to if things go on the right sides, if it goes there. It's gonna be too much, yo. It's gonna be too much. The whole church thing is gonna be, yo. It's gonna, the whole Christianity thing is gonna start being pushed out on our throat. You see how like the LGBT stuff is gonna snap back hard on the right side. So it's gonna be interesting to see what people are gonna do. That's what I say.
So I think a Republican going to win or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be a red wave. I would like to know what's gonna happen. What's gonna how people are gonna handle this?
D-Wolf is definitely not wrong about that.
D-Wolf, did you see that debate between that I don't know if you heard a YouTuber named Gothics? Did you see the debate that she
had? Yeah. I didn't see all of it. I saw some snippets of it.
Oh,
yeah, Gothics. Yeah.
I'm like halfway through that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that chick. What's her name? I follow her. I forgot her name though. But when she responded to that abortion thing, I was like, "Fuck, yo, she needs to calm down." She is cutthroat, yo. She's like, "If you could open up your legs and all, like, yo, let's this this ain't no street
Yeah,
talk."
she don't give a fuck. Yeah, I know exactly who got for this.
I know she's like that, but I didn't expect her to go that hard on stage like that. But she, but I wish more people were that bold. When they take this stance and they talk like that, because at the same time, you can't act like we can't do shit. Like we have no control. I was watching this guy, this MMA fighter, King Bao, I think his name is. He's like, yo, I'm a black man, and straight up and down, show me where a king is suppressed, So that shit hit me. I was like, that's how we got to start. That needs to be our energy. Like, despite what these motherfuckers did to us, we got to step up. Like, stop groveling to them. Stop going to them for approval or do this for me or put me in a better light. No, that's why that was basically the theme here, Let's do the shit ourselves.
Yeah.
Make our own fucking kingdom because we're living under someone else's kingdom at this moment. That's why I'm not with this left right whole fuckery because this is their game. Like I don't want to be a pawn in their game. We should have our own shit going on. And if we indeed built this country, we have a lot to say. So let's and I think this week there was some sort of march or rally about reparations. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, you know what? All right, you want reparations? Because when you be realistic, that's not simple to do. But I would say, let's start with not taxing black people anymore. Let's keep our money straight up. Don't tax us anymore. That would be the ultimate reparations, in my opinion. Because we built this shit, we don't need to pay for anything.
Because you know how much taxes take out of your checks?
Yeah. So let's start with that. Let's start with that because we can't keep throwing checks at somebody where you don't know what happened in their family down the line coming here. Okay, so what do you do about the black slave owners who are descendant who they have descendants today? You're gonna give them a check? You can't determine that right now. There's nothing you can do about that. So what you can do, clean slate for every black man and woman. Leave our fucking money alone. We ain't paying for your fuckery. We ain't paying for no. We got this. And we could use that money for ourselves and build on our own and create our own fucking kingdom here. So there will be no worries about who's suppressing us and things of that nature. We got this. We're capable. So yeah. So that's my final thought. So yeah, if you can, y'all just subscribe D Wolf on YouTube.
D Wolf on YouTube.
Yeah. Try it because there was a time where you type in D''Wolf and my profile would be the first one. I'm doing it from my own sign in and I have to go several pages before I find mine. And some names aren't even matching with mine. That's how shadow banned I am. So you have to put at DWolf52 and it will be easier to find me. But I'll put, you can check my Instagram. You'll see it's on my bio and shit like that.
I'm already subscribed, so even then I could barely find you. So
you see, yeah. So you gotta click that bell. I'm sounding like them now. Click the bell. I click your bell. I click your bell because I'm like, knowing what we talk about. Yeah, I clicked your bell, so I'll see you anytime you post something. I'll check it out. So yeah.
No, I know how the bell. I know how the bell works.
Mm-hmm.
That give you notifications on your phone or computer or whatever you're using when they come up with videos.
It's the only way to be.
That's funny. Straight up. Okay, is that your final thought, D Wolf?
That's my final thoughts.
All right, Crystal, what are you?
All right, y'all. So I just want to apologize for giving too much information. Sometimes I get carried away with these motherfuckers. But my final thought consists of things that I've learned in my 20s that I just want to pass on to the younger generation because the dating scene is a disaster. So the first thing I want to say is when you're young, you could do this when you're in your 30s too, but when you're starting out, you're listening to family members telling you what you should do, shouldn't do. But look, when you're young, focus on your career, but also focus on investing in yourself. So when the right one comes your way, especially if you're a woman, you know what to request of the person. You're not second guessing. You're able to solidify it. So when the person is looking to be guided by you and be taught on how to treat you and what you want, they are not questioning, I wonder what he or she wants. They already know it because you've solidified it within yourself. Okay. Do not have people come into your life and they have to second guess what you want and you're changing it every 5 minutes and then y'all break up because you don't even know where you're fucking going. That is selfish. Okay. The second thing is stop, for the women, stop calling yourselves bad bitches. It would be okay if y'all was pure of mind and heart and knew exactly who the fuck you are. But because we live in a society that BBLs and makeup and permanent eyebrows are pasted on for an extra confidence booster instead of just looking within yourself, being called a bad bitch. If you're called a bad bitch long enough, you're really going to believe that. And because your mindset needs therapy, I don't care what anybody says, you're going to believe that lie and you're going to start acting and moving as such, thus poisoning your mind to a further extent that now you don't need just therapy, you need psychotherapy. Because at the end of the day, it's like, you really think you're a bad bitch. And what's the definition of a bad bitch? What do they do? I know they don't own houses. I know they don't have businesses. So what is that? So unless you are looking to really move forward in life, you have to call yourself better names where you can look in a dictionary and be like, okay, I agree with that. That's realistic. That's another thing. Insecure thoughts run our mind. And if we don't have time enough in a day to really sort it out and pick out what we want that's a pro and what's a con and throw the cons away, we are fucked. We're a con to our damn self. And the third thing is learn how to let go. If something does not benefit you or add to your existence of positivity, knowing how to let go is the biggest form of self-love. If you know that, hey, you've been with this person a long time, you're seeing a lot of red flags, you're doing the spiritual work and the financial work within yourself, but you're like looking at this person and you're the one pulling all the fucking weight, learn how to let go. That's not only showing your self-love, but showing the person that you were with love as well, because maybe that journey is not for them to be with you. Maybe it was just a short moment. But if you don't know how to let go and let live, you will end up letting go of yourself and living mediocre life. And when I say a mediocre life, it's not fulfilling in any way, shape, or form. Anything you go to do with this person will be mediocre. It won't be at another level. Even in the bed, it'll be mediocre. Nothing will be new and exciting. You will not grow sexually. You're not going to grow mentally because you're just going through the pains. You're not even bringing up the issues that's within the relationship. So learn how to let go and let live, because before you know it, you'll be in your 20s learning all this information, not working on yourself. And then in your 30s, you're working on yourself. And then by 40s, you're trying to figure out where my husband is. And you're going to be going to a sperm bank to try to figure out how to get a child. So let's not do
Damn.
that.
And
And
fertility clinics too.
yeah, well, I have a theory about that. It's the fertility when it comes to 35-year-olds and older, it only is a problem for other races. And I do have scientific facts to prove that theory. But either way, it should be at a certain, I don't want to be raising no damn kid in 50s. Forget fertility at this point. I am not looking to raise a damn kid in my 50s and 40s. I'm looking to enjoy cruises and stuff. But either way, when you pinpoint what the fuck you want out of life, It's not a second guess. You don't have to worry about fertility. You ain't got to worry about, am I ever going to be married? Because you're right within yourself and attract what you want in life. And even the last thing I'm going to say, because I know I'm ranting, the last thing I'm going to say is to protect your sexual energy, just like how we eat foods and they can either harm us or cause cancer. It's the same thing with sexual energy. STDs and other stuff that you can get, AIDS and stuff, it just doesn't come out of fucking thin air. It comes out of how many partners you're with and your mindset of how you deal with your body on that sexual level, letting everyone have access to it, knowing you're in chaos, knowing mentally you're not probably stable and you're insecure in so many different forms and ways, and you get your boost off of social media or a guy telling you pretty words, but the first thing he does is show you his dick. You have to say to yourself, is this what I want for myself? How do I cut this off? How do I elevate to attract the right man and not a boy? How do I elevate to not attract a project? Because I feel like I'm a project myself. Get it together and then go out and find a partner. But more importantly, just focus on your career and focus on investing in yourself so you can have value to yourself. It's very important, especially in your 20s. Life is short. I'm 35. I've lived an abundance lifestyle and I have a lot more to go. But these lessons, I wish someone has told me in my 20s so I don't settle, so I could invest in myself and know what investments are. True investment. Investment is not putting on pretty earrings and pretty things to show my ass. It's actually having wealth within myself that it can be brought on a generational situation. Okay, but that's all I really got to say.
Yeah, Crystal, at least leave some room for dessert.
You
Listen,
All right,
listen.
now
I'm
$5
fucking. I'm full. I'm fucking full, man. I can't eat another bite. God dang.
Shit.
another
Whew,
serving for
bruh.
Chris.
My
$5
yo.
on you.
I'm sorry. I need to recover from that fucking final thoughts. I gotta follow that. You complain about following me. I gotta follow that.
Now you know how I feel when I follow you.
True.
All right.
True.
So this is what I want to say. So
You're looking good.
I just wanna remind, and this is going to be a message specifically towards my people, black people. I just want to remind y'all that we are the ones that civilize the entire world. Motherfuckers walk on both their feet because of us. We provided that example. When it came to science, we provided the example. When it came to mathematics, we provided the example. When it came to spiritual practice and realizing the true God within oneself, we provided the blueprint for that. We were the first ones to civilize the entire earth. This is documented with facts. Even white people wrote about this shit right here that we're talking about. When you research the history of ancient Africa, you come to find that most of the people that were running these civilizations were not people that were hoarding wealth. They were scholars, they were spiritual practitioners, and a lot of them were women. A lot of them were women because we had that progressive society. You can do the research on this as well. So not only are we the first to civilize, we are also very, very respectful of feminine energy, and we revere feminine energy. It is because of this nature within us that unlocked the humanity that allowed us to be colonized in the first place. Because our humanity was taken for weakness when it is really the most powerful thing that we have on this earth. That's what makes us gods. That's why when God created human being, he said, I made you in my image, because our humanity is supposed to pass things down. We are people that pass things down, whether it's oral, whether it's our reason for doing things is so it can be encoded for the next generation to also unlock and use that energy to create new things in abundance so that the next generation can enjoy it, and so on and so forth. So I'm saying this to say you sometimes we have to be reminded of our power, and that could be the scariest thing, because the more powerful you are, the more powerful the obstacles are going to be in front of you. But just remember that at the very end of the day, You are the original. You are the one that provides the example. No other person on earth can go through what we go through because they haven't been through the things that we've been through. And the fact that we are still standing just a testament to our power. This isn't mythological shit. This is reality right here in your face. You are standing amongst the people that God has chosen himself. This is why we're so genetically superior when it comes to sports and when it comes to things like singing. Whenever you see a black person does it, there is something about it that cannot be replicated no matter how many times people try. And boy, trust me, they have tried. They created entire industries trying to copy what God has given us. So I just saying that to say, as black people, as the black people here and the black people who might be listening, you are everything you could ever need to be. You don't have to look outside yourself. Everything you could ever have is within you. And with that, I say good night.
God damn it. That was some good shit, my brother.
I'm about to snap my fingers.
You gotta remember, man. We are we're a spiritual people. That shit's within us. We don't even have to be reminded of it. Like sometimes it'll manifest itself, and you just immediately know because DNA is encoded in your DNA.
And you know where I would like to see your speech, Farah?
What?
In the fucking school systems, because they try.
Yo, yeah, that true education, bruh. But the thing is, like, if I get a hold of some kids, I'm not just going to educate them. I'm going to unlock them, and that's the scary part.
I like how you put that. Hell yeah. I love that.
No, that's the beginning because it needs to be had.
Love that. Is that it, Father?
Yes, sir.
All right. First things first. Rest in peace, Aaron Carter, the only person I know that could beat
Oh my goodness, yo! I saw that. I was like,
that man beat
Nigga,
Shaq.
that man beat Shaq.
And told us about it,
Bruh. And Shaq he was in the music video just okay with it.
Hit him
Yeah, this white boy BB. He BB in basketball, y'all. All right, Shaq. Now he's selling pizza for white folks.
the Papa Jonathans.
Shakaroni.
Shakaroni's delicious. But okay. Also, as I've probably done stated, I think one of our best episodes was when we was talking about the Kanye stuff and everybody. I wanted to give all y'all flowers because everything we done said in that video, it actually happened, from Kanye losing his deal and then, other people popping up, and then with, people giving out information and even talking about what people have said. So everybody was right about that. So I wanted to give all y'all flowers on that. And even though they age restricted, I still enjoyed that episode. And like, I still, I'm not going to change anything about that. I still want people to come in and say what the fuck they want. That's the reason why I made this podcast, is that, people to express themselves. But it shows you that they're listening. I only got 189 subscribers, but they're listening. And this just shows you is that, you get, sometimes it's good for people to express themselves, even though they didn't tell me why they age restricted my shit. We can take guesses,
You can kind of take a guess.
Yeah, I fucking love that. Everybody was able to express what they feel on here. So that's a beautiful thing. So also, Rihanna finally dropped the song, so I'm happy about that.
Yes.
So maybe there's an album coming out. I don't know, but that's probably
the song. Even though that song is specific, I believe it's specifically for the new Black Panther movie.
Yeah, I heard she had another song that was written by the Dream, so I like the Dream song. That might be good, but also just to piggyback what everybody said is that I hope Black Panther does well because, like I said, I want to see more black superheroes on screen, and it shows the world. It's the one thing Will Smith said that I admire him doing that I want other people doing because when they said black people aren't marketable in other countries, so I want to see
China.
us, especially in China. Motherfucking Will Smith said, "All right, bet," and motherfucking goes out there. The Rock goes out there, and he's the biggest movie star in the world. So, is whether they right or wrong, I like seeing us prove them wrong. It shows that we are marketable and we are some of the biggest motherfucking movie stars in box office. I love seeing black people do great. So I just
look at Black Adam. Black Adam actually doing good for three weekends in a row.
exactly, and they tried to dog that movie, but everyone's
They
like, no,
tried. They tried to get it in like a 40% or something.
yeah.
But the audience was like, "What the fuck y'all mean?"
What the fuck you mean? This joint is awesome. Like I told my coworker don't even like comic books like that. But he went. I said, this movie out. If you and your son or whoever going to go see a movie, I might want to check that out. He came back and told me that movie was fucking awesome. So I'm about to go see it now. I ain't get a chance to see it yet. But yeah, the black people like, yeah, Raymond, you gonna see more black superheroes on screen for sure.
Yep. They're trying to get Hawkman his own shit after that movie, so they didn't talk. They're talking about that.
That's great.
Oh yeah, I'm glad. I'm actually glad they made Hawkman and Black Adam like color people black.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes
because
more sense.
they both based off of Egyptians, right?
Exactly.
Egyptian,
Yeah.
They're Egyptian characters, so it make more sense. But that one I don't mind at all.
And if anybody wants to complain about race swapping, they can't. Hawkman.
Oh, I heard Green Lantern. I heard they doing something
so.
with Jon Stewart, Green Lantern too.
Oh yeah. They said they're starting off with him on the HBO Max show. Yeah. And he's too like after Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, nobody wants to go back to Hal Jordan and Kyle. They won.
They did for a little while though.
Yeah, they did, but they were like, this ain't especially live action because it's too beloved. JLU because Bruce Timm's version is too beloved. So it's
what happened to that other Green Lantern, the one that used to be like a comic book artist or a sketch artist
Kyle.
or something?
Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah, what happened to him? They ain't never bring him back.
Yeah, he was just more. He was more famous in the comics.
You would think he would be the more powerful one since he already had an imagination to begin with. Since he's a comic book artist.
He was powerful. He became a whole different entity and shit. But
yeah,
he's not as down to earth as Jon Stewart is because his background. The reason he's creative because he's an architect and for the Marines. So
yeah.
So you got the warrior and the creative in one person. So that shit. Can't wait for that.
Oh, shit,
and James Gunn is taking over. I think they're putting him in charge of DC, the DC department when it comes to films and TV shows now. James Gunn.
I seen that.
Yeah,
I was glad about that too.
Because after Peacemaker and
everything he done made, he was good.
Yeah. And he's sticking with, and it looks like he's sticking with the Snyder cut version of everything.
Is on.
That's funny, Crystal. Go ahead. Finish. Oh, you was gonna finish, D Wolf?
Oh no, that was it.
Oh. All right.
It's final thoughts. I can't go too deep. So
yeah, I know. Okay, we're not going to talk about this week, but like next week, I do want to talk about the little polyamorous shit because for some reason, I know New York done passed a law where they're looked at as regular couples. We're not going to get into it this week. I kind of want to look into it more because I still think it's weird. But all of a sudden, I seen a lot of polyamorous relationships coming up lately. But like I said, we'll talk about that next week. So I would like to thank the panel for jumping on the podcast once again. I'd like to thank all y'all listening to hear us talk our shit again. This is Let Me Just Say podcast, and we're signing out. Peace.
Jeez.
No.
I'm about to play this Sonic Frontiers now.
I just got paid, and I'm about to